Are we live? We live, we back. Tyler, what it do? Laurie, what it do? Are we back? Double tap that screen, shut alive. Are we back, chat? Are we live? Oh, okay, yeah, we are live. Double tap that screen, shut alive out, man. What we doing tonight, chat? I just caught that moth. That's crazy. I just caught that moth.
No, we started with nothing in humble beginnings. They wanna fuck with me now cause I'm winning. Chasing this chicken cause I'm on a mission. I'm known for get money and standing on business. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Keep that shit coming, they know how we living. Come from the struggle, got lost in the hustle. Straight out the mud, no, I compliment couples. Chasing big bills just to keep this shit subtle. You ain't on my team if you wasn't in the huddle. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Keep that shit coming, they know that I'm with it. I fit the description, I'm the definition. I'm what they prescribe like she seen a physician. She wanna ride cause she seen how we getting it. Big ol' booty, she my passenger princess. She like to argue, she don't like to listen. She bougie and toxic, she fine and she picky. Pretty and sedity, she get recognition. Matching nails and toes, man, she always French tip 'em. Parking lot pimpin' when we in the city. Don't ask about twine, she twerk on the engine. She eat the dick in the car cause it's tinted. She pay me attention like she get commission. Pimpin' CEO, so I give her the business. She ride on the dick like she doing some fitness. She make the dick disappear like she magician. She like to swallow, man, she love when I finish. Having motion, man, you know I got plenty. Bitches choosing cause they know that I'm winning. See some thousands, now I'm after some millions. So all my houses come with chandelier ceilings. Pillow talking, man, that shit just ain't in me. Keep it pimpin', I can't do no pretending. Jealous hearted, man, you know I ain't with it. Cuffin' hoes, I can't do no commit. No, we started with nothing in humble beginnings. They wanna fuck with me now cause I'm winning. Chasing this chicken cause I'm on a mission. I'm known for get money and standing on business. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Keep that shit coming, they know how we living. Come from the struggle, got lost in the hustle. Straight out the mud, no, I compliment couples. Chasing big bills just to keep this shit subtle. You ain't on my team if you wasn't in the huddle. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Chasing this chicken, I ran up a ticket. Keep that shit coming, they know that I'm with it.
Oh man, double tap that screen, shut alive out, chat. We got an action-packed episode, y'all. Y'all didn't think I was coming back, did you? Y'all thought I was a one and done. Y'all, Plug gonna show up last night and he's not gonna show. No, we here. We back. I told y'all we was locked, man. I need to know everybody's locked. Let's get the likes up soon as you step into the building, man. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Champion? What's up, Aaron? Big Niche. What's going on, Truth? I need everybody to hit the like button, man. Y'all know what time it is. I'm also working on a few things we're gonna get into later on, but let's get back in intro mode. Y'all know what time it is, man. We still in intro mode, baby. I'm a saint, but I sin. I checked in the game to win. I left, she loving me again. I let her cry out the bins and they say time heal. Mine still felt like it was yesterday. How we're moving fast, probably too fast to even catch the play. Spencer night, she pack a bag, right to me, just getting gas. Coming back, I want it bad. I'ma touch it first, eat it last, it's temporary. Holly damn emotion said it's temporary. My pain deeper than the ocean. Temporary feelings mixed with temporary pleasures. All these temporary moments and these temporary treasures. Temporary circumstances to temporary measures. Temporary friends and even temporary schedules. Temporary smiles and temporary goals. Temporary women sliding on temporary poles. Temporary comments and temporary trolls. I just pray that God bless me. Ain't no temporary souls. I'm a saint, but I sin. I checked in the game to win. I left, she loving me again. I let her cry out the bins and they say time heal. Mine still felt like it was yesterday. How we're moving fast, probably too fast to even catch the play. Spencer night, she pack a bag, right to me, just getting gas. Coming back, I want it bad. I'ma touch it first, eat it last, it's temporary. Holly damn emotion said it's temporary. My pain deeper than the ocean. Oh, man, double tap that screen, shut alive out chat. Y'all back or y'all locked, man? Put some ones if y'all in the comment. Put some twos if you a first timer, man. We got to get it. We got to get the likes up in here, man. I need some action here. Hold on, where's the tag?
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut alive out. What we doing tonight, chat? Double tap the screen, shut alive out. What we doing tonight, chat? They saying Nolan Wells' friends did a joint interview. I want to know if Officer Tatum running cover. And we got young Pharaoh is done. Finished. It's over with, chat. Everybody double tap the screen, shut alive out. We got an action-packed episode. We're going to cover the Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens debate scheduled for Friday. I believe Michael Knowles is going to mediate it, so we'll hear from him, his opinions, man. Who do y'all got in that debate, Candace Owens or Andrew Wilson? Also, we got Charleston White coming out defending Clarissa Shields. Everybody's saying Clarissa Shields is they're talking about how she looks and why is Papoose with her, and Charleston White is defending her, saying she's rich, she's an athlete, and she is beautiful. But he also took shots at Lotto, saying no one comes at Lotto for having a baby by a married man. We're going to get into that as well, chat. And then we'll cover a lot of the Nolan Wells case. We got Nancy Grace did another episode. Officer Tatum did a joint interview with a few of Nolan Wells' friends. We'll watch that as well, and then we'll get into some of the actual news that's going on with the Iran war and how the peace deals have collapsed until at least 2029. Double tap the screen, shut her live out. Y'all said Candace Owens got it. What's up, champion? Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens, who do y'all got, man? This is Charleston White right here, and he's going to be talking about people coming at Clarissa Shields saying that they hating on her because she's black and dark-skinned.
A problem with her. But because she's a dark breed, nobody...
From her radio interview.
If Clarissa Shields was a light-skinned girl, mixed breed, nobody would have a problem with her. But because she's a darker skin complected black woman, who's in physical shape, you can't beat her up. She got a mouth on her. She speaks out against somebody who speaks up against her. And they're trying to vilify her. Why are they trying to vilify her? Because Papoose and Remy Ma had a public separation. Remy Ma got cheating.
Now remember, Remy Ma did get caught cheating. She took the Christmas pictures with that other dude, Black Easy. I forgot his name, man. It's not important. But she got caught on the Christmas photos. So Papoose is out with Clarissa Shields, right? He's dating Clarissa Shields. Everybody's saying that Clarissa Shields is messing with a married man and she's dead ass wrong. But nobody's saying shit about Remy Ma. That's kind of crazy to me, man. That's crazy. How do y'all feel about it, chat?
I caught cheating with another. She left Papoose for another. Papoose stayed single for a while. Took him a year or so, and he got with Clarissa. What the is wrong? Because they ain't got married. Or he ain't got a divorce. I got a wife and a girlfriend. Clarissa Shields is everything you want your dark daughter to grow up to be. I would want my niece to be. Yeah, he ain't. No. Why do she have to have a problem with him still being married like y'all do? So I want to say to,
So I want to know, chat, is Clarissa Shields wrong? Is Clarissa Shields wrong? Papoose is still married. But Remy Ma did break the relationship. Remember when Remy Ma was in jail, Papoose was going up there to see her every week, and now she left him. Went and got with some other guy, the battle rapper. Now, everybody's mad. Out of all the people involved in this situation, everybody's only mad at Clarissa. Nobody's mad at Remy. Nobody's mad at Easy. Nobody's really upset at Papoose. Everybody's just mad at Clarissa Shields. And I don't see why.
The fat that's on the morning show with Jock and Shawty. I was on there. The tried to be sassy with me too. Fat ain't got no room to be sassy and messy. You didn't answer that question from a place of love. That was a fat, messy question. And y'all ain't finna dress it up like the people want to know. We don't want to know. Only you messy want to know. Why? Because y'all really want to know why y'all don't talk about 21 Savage and Lotto. Lotto don't get no backlash for getting pregnant by a married.
So now, 21 Savage and Lotto got really upset about this. I think this causes some problems in their house. Now, we all know that they found out 21 Savage is not born American. He was born somewhere, I believe, London. I believe he was born in London. So when that came out, I don't know if he was facing deportation or what, but he married his baby mama. The baby mama he had before Lotto, I believe he married her so he could stay here. But he can't come out and be like, hey, look, I only married her to stay here. Otherwise, he'd get deported. So Charleston White kind of put him in a tough situation to where he can't defend his new baby mama and girlfriend, which is Lotto, because if he does, his ass might get deported.
Backlash for getting pregnant. Just want to know why.
Listen,
because y'all really want to know why y'all don't talk about 21 Savage and Lotto. Lotto don't get no backlash for getting pregnant by a married. Y'all don't say nothing to Lotto. What's the problem, people? Being hypocritical again. Clarissa, can't now one of them old whoop you. Papoose, you beating up everybody. Why? You don't talk. You just move with grace. I love you. Boy, I'm talking about a smooth player. They try to say you ain't got nothing. Say I was who didn't have nothing but some good conversation.
Hey, Deshaun Dillon says, what does all these other people's life have to do with you? 1, don't type in all caps in my shit. 2, I'm doing what the fuck I want to do on my YouTube channel. We talking about this shit. 3, if you don't want to watch this shit, you are in vertical live format. Swipe the fuck up. Dillon, get off my nuts.
And some good that goes mediocre when I get half what I want. So yeah. So now my Clarissa, man, keep holding your head up. They hating on you. But I promise you, if you was a light sister, you wouldn't have these problems. They don't give Lotto no problem. Lotto over here acting like she's a boss, playing doghouse with 21 Savage and his wife. Come on now. This playing surrogate mother, like she really started out being a surrogate mother. She was the side got pregnant.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, listen, I'm going to tell you like this, DJ. What's up, Asha? Happy birthday, Asha. Everybody tell Sky in the chat happy birthday. Oh, is there Asha? That might be a different Sky. Did you change your damn name? No, you a mod. That is Asha. Asha, everybody tell Asha happy birthday, man. And DJ Dillon, you type in all caps again, Asha, get his ass out of here. If DJ Dillon type in all caps again, I should get his ass out of here. And Wilty says we only got 15 likes. Everybody hit the like button on your way in. Double tap that screen, hit the like button. Tell Asha happy birthday. You said you ain't telling this man shit. Dillon, I see your ass ain't typing in all caps no more. I see you got that shit correct. All right, we're going to move on to the next story. This is Michael Knowles talking about Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson's debate that's scheduled for Friday. The debate is scheduled for Friday.
So I woke up Friday morning to the news that I had been invited to moderate a debate on the murder of my friend Charlie Kirk between Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens. Andrew had suggested me as moderator, and Candace accepted, and then they started arranging the details of the debate. There was just one person they forgot to ask. From what I've gathered, the debate apparently involves big money. Hundreds of thousands of dollars raised as prize money or something. I'm actually not totally sure what the purpose of the money is. I
don't think it's prize money. I think that they just finna pay Candace Owens this $300,000. I think that's what it is. They're paying Candace Owens $300,000 to take this debate. I don't think it's prize money. I don't think it's pool money. I think it's they finna pay Candace ass about $300,000 to come debate.
I think I'm even being offered a cut. In any case, after giving it serious consideration over the weekend, I will be declining the invitation. The whole internet seems to think this debate will be must-see content, and I'm sure it will be. I bet it'll get zillions of views. That is, in fact, why I'm declining.
Oh, shit, Michael Knowles declined. I didn't know he declined this shit. Michael Knowles declined to moderate the biggest debate of the fucking year. He just declined that shit is crazy.
In any case, after giving it serious consideration over the weekend, I will be declining the invitation. The whole internet seems to think this debate will be must-see content, and I'm sure it will be. I bet it'll get zillions of views. That is, in fact, why I'm declining. I'm gratified that the debaters think I have the right temperament to moderate. I try to be judicious, not get too emotional, not call people names, and so on. But in many ways, I'm probably the single worst person to moderate this debate, because for 10 or 11 months now, I have been very possibly the only person on the internet who has consistently maintained that our friend's murder should not be used for podcast content. On the debate matter itself, I've said many times I think the evidence is pretty clear that Tyler Robinson murdered Charlie. But that fact alone would not preclude me from...
All right, chat. Do y'all believe Tyler Robinson unalived Charlie Kirk? Do y'all believe Tyler Robinson unalived Charlie Kirk? Let me know in the comments.
Moderating.
Hit the like button.
Opinions doesn't mean you can't be fair. The bigger issue...
What's up, Ed?
Even if I didn't think Tyler Robinson murdered Charlie, I am certainly convinced that the guilt for Charlie's murder should be adjudicated with gravity and sobriety in a court of law, rather than in an Ouroboros of endless, not to mention lucrative podcasts. The only silver lining in the storm cloud of Charlie's murder was the brief unity it brought to the right. You might recall it was very brief. The right came together as leftists.
I'm not gonna lie. I seen someone, where was I getting something to eat at, chat? McAllister's. I was getting something to eat at McAllister's, right? And I seen this guy getting in his truck with a Freedom shirt on. And I was like, damn, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Like, did people just put them bitches up? Like, this is the first time I seen one of those Freedom shirts in a minute.
At every level of politics revealed their rot and cruelty by justifying and celebrating Charlie's murder, in some cases before his body was even cold. Soon after, however, a cottage industry sprung up of Charlie murder content. Candace, of course, launched her series on the subject.
What's up, XX?
Which I've said many times from the beginning I thought was wrong, and I wish you wouldn't do it. But it got lots of views. People found it very interesting.
Hey, look, chat, I need everybody to get active. I know it's nighttime and y'all getting winded down, getting ready for tomorrow and shit. I don't care. I'm just going to keep it honest. I don't care. Let's get the likes up in here. Double tap that screen, shut the live out, do something. Shit. Drop a comment, share the live, hit the damn like button, do something. I mean, damn.
Then all sorts of other podcasters started doing their own shows. Full-length shows, weeks of shows, months of shows about how much they hated Candace's shows about Charlie's murder. And those podcasts got lots of views too. The other group of podcasters' justification was that they wanted to debunk Candace's theories, to get people to stop watching her shows. Many of them, I suspect, had very good intentions. But I said at the time that I thought it was a bad idea, that it would be counterproductive, that we should state our opinions, of course, tell the truth as we see it, but that to obsess over every theory and speculate.
So how do y'all feel about Michael Knowles declining the invitation to the biggest debate of the year? Probably the biggest debate in 2 years, 3 years. This is Andrew Wilson, one of the creme de la creme of YouTube debating, and then you got Candace Owens, investigative journalist who's tied to this situation. This is going to be, for sure, the biggest debate since Charlie's passing. About Charlie's passing. Why? How do y'all feel about Michael Knowles declining the invitation? I believe his reasons are valid. He stated his opinion. He stated his reasons. I believe they're valid. I believe Michael Knowles is showing some integrity right here. But I don't know why. I don't know why. It just doesn't, I don't know. Just for me and what I've seen of Michael Knowles, I just didn't think he would decline it. This is really surprising to me.
Speculation and provocation not only would not work, but in fact would do more harm than good to everyone and everything other than the view counts and bottom lines of the various podcasters. I predicted that this issue would only be resolved in a court of law, that opinions would only be changed by the prosecution and the defense, the sort of thing we began to see in the pretrial hearing last month, that all the rest of it was noise at best, and at worst, a very dark form of entertainment. Basically, everyone ignored my opinion, and many people harshly criticized me for suggesting it. But here we are, 11 months later.
Man, I hope they don't have no weak-ass moderator, bro. Like, now we just finna get some run-of-the-mill moderator, a little old anybody. I mean, fuck. Might as well be Pierce Morgan. Hell, if it ain't gonna be Michael Knowles, you might well bring Pierce Morgan ass out. I mean, I don't want just some generic insert here moderator. No, we need a banger, bro. We need a banger, bro.
And despite innumerable podcasts on the subject, the matter has not been resolved. The rancor has gotten worse. The appetite for the Charlie murder industry is higher than ever. So, this debate will be the Super Bowl of Charlie murder content. Millions of people will watch it, lots of money will be made, lots of opinions will be put forward. And I strongly suspect that this too will fail to put the matter to rest. Lots of very fine people I quite like and admire, friends of mine, think this debate is a good idea.
You said Officer Tatum is black. I trust all black men. Listen, nigga, you crazy as a motherfucker. Hey, man, I don't deal in absolutes. I don't trust all you niggas, bro. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. I do not trust all you niggas, bro. That's crazy.
Idea. I am in the distinct minority of people who have consistently held that all of this chatter is not doing any good whatsoever. Everyone else, on all sides.
Damn, dadgummit, you said you don't trust any blacks. Hold the fuck on, dadgummit. Hey, man, do you not know, nigga? Do you not see me up here, nigga? Like, are you not looking at me, nigga? Hey, y'all keep an eye on dadgummit, man. Watch him, bro. Watch dadgummit, man.
Of the subject seems to think that we're just one podcast away from settling it. So because of that, I'm sure Andrew and Candace will have no trouble finding a suitable moderator, probably several, who holds a different view of the genre than I do. However, since I was briefly roped into all of this, I would like to make a couple proposals before I end my involuntary involvement. First,
you said the ugly things that's being said about Erica Kirk has to stop. I mean, some of that shit is crazy, but a lot of that shit is just fucking observation. I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of that shit is just observation, man. That we didn't tell her to post them videos and pictures from back in the day. I didn't go look for her school photo of when her eyes was brown and they changed to blue. I didn't tell her to put on a military combat outfit and look in the camera up. I mean, I didn't do it. I'm just seeing the shit.
I understand there's a lot of money on the
What's
line
up, Jose?
debate. I don't know the exact number or even how it's supposed to be distributed. If it's a split among the debaters and the moderator, or if it's a prize for the winner, or if there will even be a declared winner. I don't know. What I propose, though, is that every penny of the prize money, as well as the video monetization revenue from however many platforms this is streamed on and restreamed on, probably hundreds of them, goes to Charlie's kids. I would suggest a college scholarship fund, but Charlie famously hated college, other than Hillsdale, maybe Liberty, a few others. But put it in a trust for that, something, some way to avoid a circumstance in which anyone is profiting off our buddy's corpse. My second proposal is that everyone involved, the debaters, the moderator, the audience, everyone, agrees to keep the cameras rolling for as long as it takes to hash out all of the issues and opinions and intuitions and anything else that can possibly come to mind.
I think what they're trying to do is make Candace stay 3 hours, 3 hours, or she doesn't get paid. I think they're paying Candace $300K to come do this debate, but they're trying to have it timed to where it has to be a certain amount of time or she doesn't get paid. Because if they just give her the money up front, she could get pissed off and walk off in 20, 30 minutes and shit. She just pocketed a bag. So I do believe they're pushing for it to be like 3 hours. What's up,
and then,
Delphine?
To put an end to the Charlie murder
What's
industry.
up, OG Dave?
For the sake of Charlie's widow, Erica, for the sake of his kids, for the sake of his whole family, as well as for the sake of his political legacy, and not least for the sake of justice. Tyler Robinson's defense can make its case. The state can make its case. The rest of us can comment as hard facts come to light from the authorities and from the accused. Those are my suggestions.
You said let Jesse Lee Peterson moderate it for what, man? I mean, for what, bro? Like, come on, bro. Jesse Lee Peterson, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Since I was sort of asked. I have no expectation that anyone will pay any more attention to those suggestions than they did to my similar recommendations many months ago. But the best thing that could come out of this debate is for it to be the final word of the Charlie Kirk murder industry. If I thought that were likely to happen, I might have agreed to moderate. And I'm open to being proven wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong. But I wouldn't put any money on it. I'm Michael Knowles. This is The Michael Knowles Show.
All right, man. That was Michael Knowles' response. He's turning down the debate. How long have we been live, chat? 25 minutes? All right. We've been live 25 minutes. What was I gonna pull up? Double tap that screen, shut the live out, chat. Oh shit. Yeah, that young Pharaoh shit. Man, do y'all remember young Pharaoh? He was going viral. He was part of the spiritual part of YouTube, you know, the Hotep niggas. He was one of them. But anyways, man, they're saying that he's going through MK Ultra or something. Damn, I don't want to hear that. They saying he going through MK Ultra or something. He just popped back out today, and this is what the fuck he's doing, man. I don't know what's going on with this nigga, bro.
Don't worry about my birthday. This I ain't gonna be, but this is the test. It's the spirit of a cat. Why? Because I channeled something the other day, and this is what influenced. Well, one of the things that influenced me besides myself, Jabone.
So he's saying he channeled something the other day, and it influenced him to go to the damn nail shop and get some damn nails, not even press-ons. I guess some acrylics. Yeah, he channeled something the other day, some damn weird feline energy, and now he's in the nail shop getting some damn acrylics. I don't think it's MK Ultra, chat. A lot of people are saying it's MK Ultra. I'm going to tell y'all what I think it is. I think it's powder and attention seeking. I think it's powder and his ass trying to get back in the algorithm, man. Straight up.
It's half killer in me, half pimp, half samurai, half cheetah-rella. And with that being said, I'm getting my shit done. This is the vlog, brother. I got my shit retwisted. I got linked up. Right. I'm sexarella. So, I know.
It's that powder, bro, and he trying to go viral like I'm sexarella and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, do y'all not realize, like, young Pharaoh was one of the most viral YouTube spiritual niggas at one point. The nigga had amassed tens of thousands of dedicated followers. The nigga got that tattoo on his eye, and it all went downhill. Nigga started looking like he was off powder. Nigga started having police encounters. And nigga just talking about the CIA came around. I don't know what happened to him, bro. I don't know.
I'm rocking. I got to get used to having these, though, so I don't, my damn face.
I'm sitting there. It wasn't, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I like these. They sexy. These gonna come out sexy. And y'all know I had to go to my favorite, the Asians, my favorite. So, I'll show y'all the finish.
Yeah, y'all see that eye tattoo right there? Hey, the day he put that damn tattoo on his eye, I knew he was gone. I knew the nigga was gone that day.
Results. I'm gonna go out for a little bit. You gonna see if it's busting. If not, I'm a parking lot pimp, my outside pimp till I bounce. Got me a stripper pole. See what's chopping. So make sure I can.
I'm a parking lot pimp till I bounce. I got me a stripper pole. What the fuck is you finna do with that stripper pole, nigga?
Listen, if not, I'm a parking lot pimp, my outside pimp till I bounce. Got me a stripper pole. See what's chopping. So make sure I can still play the game. Alright, I can still whoop y'all ass. That's all that counts. That being said, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. How? Alright, y'all, we halfway through.
Now look at this shit.
Sexarella.
Sexarella. We halfway through. Look at this shit here, bro. This nigga took the black woman is God to the whole nother level, bro. He's trying to turn into a black woman. It's the nigga that was saying the black woman is God. Now he's trying to turn into a black woman, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. Crazy. Y'all don't remember this the nigga that put Brother Polite career in the dumpster. This the nigga that ended Brother Polite. And now we got this nigga trying to turn it into a bad bitch. The fuck is going on with these niggas, bro? I tell y'all, bro, cocaine is not for everybody, bro. Leave that powder alone, man. Damn.
Way through. Sexarella. These them sexarellas. And they came out exactly how I envisioned them in my mind. I'm telling y'all right now.
Exactly how I envisioned them in my mind and shit, bro. Like, I damn near want to blame the pimps, bro. The pimps made this shit cool. The pimps started this shit. Then the YNs was doing this shit. Now you got the spiritual niggas doing it with long ass nails and shit, bro. I blame the pimp niggas, bro. The pimp niggas started this shit. Then the YNs, y'all don't remember last year the YNs was running around getting little damn crosses and shit on their nails, painting them white and shit, like rock stars and shit. Now we got the spiritual niggas doing it, man. Like, what the hell is going on? Shit's pissing me off, Chad.
Sexarella. These them sexarellas. And they came out exactly how I envisioned them in my mind. I'm telling y'all right now, it was either gonna be this, shark teeth, or
what's up, Lala? Lala, you see this nigga Pharaoh, bro? Lala, look at this nigga, bro. Lala, look at this nigga. This your boy, Lala. Come on, Lala. What happened? Your boy moved to Houston. He went from New York to Houston, got off that powder, and everything went downhill, man. Allegedly. I don't know if he's actually using, but that's what I think's going on. The nigga moved from Buffalo, New York to Houston, and I guess he just couldn't take it no more. Nigga was riding. Oh my God, bro. Lala, what's going on, man? Is this what goes on when you move to the big cities and shit? Lala, listen to him. He talking about Sexarella. He calling himself Sexarella.
Black count. That being said, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. All right, y'all. We halfway through. Sexarella. These them sexarellas. And they came out exactly how I envisioned them in my mind.
Bro, where is Sarasu and Seti? Seti. Nah, hell no, Seti. Where the fuck is Seti at? Where the fuck is Seti at, man? We gotta hear Seti talk about this shit, man. Seti, this was your boy, man. I'm not gonna lie, Seti. Hell no. We gotta hear Seti talk about this shit, man. Hell no, man. Where the fuck is Seti at, man?
Halfway through. Sexarella. These them sexarellas. And they came out exactly how I envisioned them in my mind. I'm telling y'all right now, it was either gonna be this, shark teeth, or yellow viper scales. And don't nobody better steal my yellow viper scales, because I'm still coming out with those, them yellow vipers. So don't steal my shit. But with that being said, I'm finna start popping my shit to y'all. Yes, sir. Finna start popping my shit to y'all.
Nigga just went in there and paid $125 for a set. This shit is crazy, chat. I'm about ready to throw something in here, bro. This nigga just went and paid $125 for a set. There ain't no fucking way, bro.
Let's go. That tight.
Yeah, so you
Defeat my father if he stop.
I ain't know it was that bad, Chad. I ain't know it was that bad, bro. I seen the pictures and shit, man. I didn't know the nigga was out here calling himself Sexarella and shit. I thought the nigga was just on powder and trying to get some money and go viral, get back in the algorithm. Man, this nigga done lost it for real, bro. He's gone. He's done. He's gone, bro. He's gone, man. I'm sorry, bro. He's gone, bro. Who the... Bro, the nigga talks so crazy about Nature Boy and all them, and Brother Polite and all them. Like, the Pharaoh talked crazy about them niggas, bro. What? It's the eye, bro. Once he got that tattoo on his eye, bro, I knew he was on powder, allegedly. I assume. Anybody that go get some big ass shit tatted like that, man, and they not like MMA fighting or nothing, bro, It's probably some drugs involved, man. They probably on that powder, bro. I remember one time, bro, this how I knew my partner was on powder, bro. The nigga tried to get Beast Nigga tatted on his arms like this, bro. I thought he was on powder at that time. I don't know what he was doing, but I thought he was at that time. He tried to get Beast Nigga tatted on his arms, bro. I looked at the nigga and was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You finna get Beast Nigga tatted on your arm, bro. Nigga. I'm so glad I stopped him from doing that, bro.
Yellow Viper scales. And don't nobody better steal my yellow Viper scales, because I'm still coming out with them yellow Vipers. So don't steal my shit. But with that being said, I'm finna start popping my shit to y'all. Yes, sir. Finna start popping my shit to y'all hoes. Let's go. That tight.
Feed my father if he's starving and his ghost hungry. Hold my father.
Yeah, they took Pharaoh YouTube channel, man. So Pharaoh had sued YouTube because they took his channel and he was demonetized and all of that shit, man. And I don't know, bro. The nigga was riding in a McLaren one day, tatted up, wrapped Egyptian, having his way, 2 women living in the crib with him. Next thing I know, bro, it's looking like he got some damn Dollar General specials on, man. High as hell on a podcast, man. Now he's coming out with some damn cheetah print, like the damn cheetah girls. $125 set, bro, of acrylics. This shit is beyond me, chat. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know some of y'all probably don't know this, man, but I'm not gonna lie, chat. That shit's crazy to me, bro.
You know, obviously, before this happened.
If you were around religious YouTube, like the debate sector or spiritual YouTube, anytime around 2017, 2016, like, you know young Pharaoh. And to see 10 years later, this shit, it's like he came full circle. Y'all remember when Pharaoh first came on YouTube, he was just a little dirty camera ass nigga talking shit, but he was making some sense. And eventually he grew his following, stayed consistent, started showing up places, was working out, doing the damn kickboxing, Muay Thai and shit. Talked about his damn Fed case. Got rich, was riding McLarens and shit. CIA comes and he loses his YouTube channel and fuck. Now he right back on YouTube. That same dirty nigga that started. This shit is crazy.
And I would assume you're living a regular life, young guys being in college, having a typical experience, then you lose your friend.
I think like ever since it happened, my life just like hit like a hole. Like even going out, we're always paranoid somebody's gonna see us, get spotted, try to beat us up potentially, or even worse.
You just met these young men more recently. And are you confident that these...
All right, Chad, this is the Officer Tatum interview that just dropped. He interviewed Nolan Wells' best friends, but y'all see how even the largest content creators fuck up. Because if you look at the title to this video, it says Nolan Wells' best friends and their new attorney. Breast, right? B-R-E-S-T. So he either did that for one or two reasons. To rage bait the comments and have everybody run to the comments and say, oh, you spelled that wrong, which some creators do, or he just made a fucking mistake and it happened. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, man. 3.8 million subscribers, man, and he misspelled some shit in the title. So I want y'all to remember that shit when I misspell titles, man.
These young men had nothing to do with it. We have,
what's up, Max?
Ed Pausick, Warren, Jax, and then we have Morgan here. And so I talked to Warren last time I was here.
Who? Jax? Is this the first time Jax is talking, right? So there's two new people that's being interviewed.
We have Ed Pausick, Warren.
Edward Pausick. Who the fuck is Edward Pausick? He look a little grown. Who the fuck is Edward Pausick? Edward looked like he's a little like 25 and up. Ed looked like he might be 25 and up. Morgan, we haven't heard from Morgan. We haven't heard from Jax. And there go Warren again.
Warren, Jax, and then we have Morgan here. And so I talked to Warren last time I was here. We had a really deep conversation, and I'm glad that.
Hey, look, Big E says, man, you motherfuckers can't handle the truth. Stupid ass clowns always playing victim. Big E, who pissed in your soda this morning, man? You're mighty feisty. A little sassy, aren't you, Big E? Is it your bedtime? Want you a Hot Pocket? Put it in a microwave, man. Get ready for bed.
We were able to get other perspectives now that we have Ed here. Ed is a defamation attorney.
Okay, Ed the attorney. Ed the attorney. Ed there on business. He getting money.
And I want to start with you, Ed. You know, why did you choose to work with the boys? What is your plans? What do you expect to get out of working with them? What's your expectations when it comes to defamation?
Well, I think an injustice in one place is an injustice everywhere. I hate lying. I care about.
Not you, Ed. It's a different Ed.
The truth, but most of all, it's the actual people who are involved here. So first of all, I just want to.
Not Ed, Big E. I said Ed, my bad, Ed. Oh, you talking about Edward on the damn video.
Say.
Yes, he is a defamation attorney. He is a defamation attorney.
Tyler Cox really welcomed me here. My co-counsel. He's an incredible human being and he's an incredible attorney. And then after that, I had an opportunity to meet these incredible young men. And I just got to say, these guys are unbelievable. Warren, Jackson, Morgan, they're just beautiful people. They're really decent human beings. They're just great people. And, you know, that's why I'm here, because I want to help great people. And this is a very sad situation, but it's also a very human situation. And it's a
I mean, Big E, you're just showing us how high IQ you are. I mean, if you want to call in and state your claim, prove me wrong, shit. You want to hold Crowder's nuts all the way to the finish line, I invite you to call in.
Tragedy.
So you guys have, you know, obviously before this happened, I would assume you're living a regular life, young guys being in college, you know, having a typical experience, then you lose your friend. Nolan, and after that, what has life been like for you guys?
I think like ever since it happened, my life just like hit like a hole, like it just stopped, and we just gotta live day by day from now on. I could say.
What's up, Dwayne?
Definitely a whole flip upside down for our lives. It's like even going out. You know, we're always paranoid somebody's gonna see us, get spotted, try to beat us up potentially, or even worse. We're really just trying to stay low key and not go out as much or anything like that. Yeah.
It's been hard because my friends and I are people. We like to be out and hang out outside of our friend group, you know, and not being able to like go certain places or, you know, walk around in public because our head's always on a swivel. It's really affected all of us. Especially in like my family's standpoint, my safety comes first. My friends and family safety come first too. And it's been really hard because I'm worried about like my family as well with me. And it's hard, but you know, we're just going day by day. And
who said there was some powder on that island?
It's been really hard because I'm worried about like my family as well with me, and it's hard, but you know, we're just going day by day and just trying to get through every day, you know.
Can you give me some examples of what has happened? Have you guys had things happen online, threats online? Have you guys have any examples of people accosting you or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we have had countless death threats online. Been spotted. I'll let you elaborate more on that. Being spotted.
People have obviously just pointed us out.
Lala, starts to show up with the first super chat of the night and says, Asha, happy birthday. Thank you, Asha, for showing up on your birthday, and thank you, Lala, for supporting the channel. Everybody tell Asha happy birthday again.
As a group and even on a one-on-one setting, I think it's really just like awkward because I don't want to talk about this, and I know my friends don't want to talk about this any more than we need to. You know, we're still mourning one of our best friends' death, and it's hard to speak about it when, you know, like sometimes we just need some alone time, or sometimes we just need to.
All right, chat, should they show remorse? I see y'all saying nobody's showing remorse. Should they be remorseful? How do y'all feel about that? Should they be remorseful?
You know, lay back and not be around all this. And I mean, I've been called out in public, and I haven't been in public that much. I know my friends have had encounters in public. The threats have been insane from, you know, my stepmom, my dad, my mom, just everyone included, like even my brothers and my sisters. And it's just hard. I mean, it's unbelievable where like this has been taken to and the level where this is at.
My bad, I was muted. I said everybody double tap the screen. We got to get the likes up right now. And also, we're 20 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Please subscribe to the channel. We go live every single night at 10 p.m. Central Time. We talk politics, current events, and entertainment. Subscribe to the channel.
When you say you've been called out in public, can you give me an example of like, what do you mean? People are threatening you with weapons? People are, you know, not allowing you, denying you service? Because I heard that Trayston, he went to a corner store and they told him his money is not good there. They wouldn't even let him buy Gatorade.
Yeah.
Are you experiencing things like that or something totally different?
Right. I wouldn't say like that. I think I haven't been denied, you know, anything, but like Trayston, it's hard to hear from a good friend of mine that he's getting denied a Gatorade and a Red Bull before work and having to, like, he calls me, he's like, dude, you won't believe what just happened. He got called out at Walmart. Someone called him out at Walmart and was like asking him all these questions and trying to press him about it. And it's crazy to me. Like,
thanks, Tanya.
You know, we live in a very tight-knit community, and for people to, you know, push.
No, they did not go to the funeral. They said that they did not feel safe to go to the funeral, so they did not attend. They said they did not feel safe enough to attend the funeral.
Back and say these things when they know what Ocean Springs is like. It's really hard. And I mean, I haven't had many personal encounters, but I know being around the guys and.
Oh, the person with his arms folded is the lawyer. That's the defamation lawyer. He's not involved in this case other than representation. The guy to the far right, he was not there. He's the defamation lawyer.
Stuff like that they have, so.
And Ed, as an attorney that's representing these boys, I mean, what does that make you feel like? You know, do you feel like you got a good case here, or, you know, what's your perspective in that? Because, you know, people are online and obviously they know who you are. Obviously they know you represented Donald Trump in some pretty high profile cases. And so
this is Trump's defamation lawyer. This is the Nolan Wells case. He went missing on the 4th of July on Horn Island, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. They found this body on the 6th, and their investigation has been ongoing since. These are 3 of the boys that are involved and their lawyer, which is a defamation lawyer that has represented Donald Trump in the past. Everybody hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel.
Now that you've joined, or at least now you work for the young men here, you hear them say things like they've been accosted, they've been, you know, threatened online. Does that make your case a greater case, or how do you work within what's happening to these young men?
Well, unfortunately, I wish there was no case. I wish this hadn't happened. But unfortunately, because these things did happen, there is a case, and now there's multiple cases. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you're out there and you lied about these guys, you lied about my guys, you lied about Tyler's guys here, if you lied about Morgan, if you lied about Jack.
Glenda says, no way, I subscribe to your bias channel. Don't subscribe then, Glenda. What you want me to do? Cry me a river. Shit. Somebody else will subscribe. Somebody subscribe in place of Glenda because Glenda wants to be stingy with her subscription. I'm going to tell you, Glenda, if you call me biased, that doesn't hurt my feelings. It is what it is. I don't care if you agree with me, disagree with me, just don't go against this shit. Don't go against the community. Our community debates all the time. Nobody totally agrees in the community. We got a whole thing called Discord Wars where we get in there and we bang it the fuck out. But guess what? Everybody dusts themselves off and comes back the next day for the next damn debate. Now, if you can't handle that, get the fuck out. It's not the place for you, Glenda.
If you lied about Warren, we're going to get you. And you're going to be hauled into court. You're going to be held accountable. And it's going to be very painful. And what I would say to the people who have done that is now's your chance. If you want to apologize and retract before you find yourself in court, you should probably do that now. Because if you don't do that, once you're in court, now you just can't leave. You won't be able to get out of it. And we're not going to name names because there's some other folks who are doing that, and we want to be better than that. And I want to emphasize this, right?
Thanks to all the new subscribers. Welcome all the new subscribers. I just wanted y'all to show Glenda that it really didn't matter. You know, she stated that like people were going to leave with her. I just had to let her know, like, Glenda, we've been doing this shit before you came through. We're going to continue to do this shit after, man. No harm, no foul, no hard feelings. Enjoy the rest of your week, Glenda.
We're not here to guess. We're not here to speculate. We're only going to deal in facts, right? And here's the most important thing, right? We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death. And that's what's important. And unfortunately, because there are people who want to divide a town and come in from the outside and tell people what to think and pit neighbor against neighbor.
Now, this is where I don't like the way he's framing this. Everything that I'm saying is alleged and speculation. Everything I'm saying is alleged and speculation. People don't necessarily want to divide a town. Is that a byproduct of what is happening? Of course, probably. That's probably a byproduct of what is happening. People just want transparency and people want the truth. Now, is the call for transparency and the truth potentially dividing that town? Of course. Of course it is. But people aren't setting out to divide the damn town. People want the fucking truth.
It compounds the tragedy. It magnifies the tragedy. And I just want to say this. Here's why it's an even bigger tragedy. Because my friends here, Morgan, Jax, and Warren, these guys are not just the finest that Ocean Springs has to offer, the finest that Mississippi has to offer. These are the finest young men that America has to offer. You know, really.
We can't say the truth sits right in front of them because they waited 3 weeks to tell us about the damn blow. They waited 3 weeks to tell us that somebody was out there passing out blow. So how are we getting the truth from day one? They weren't telling us the whole damn truth. Pat went missing on the 4th, body found on the 6th. We didn't hear anything about any blow until Nolan's mom subpoenaed the phone carriers and the social media providers. Very next day, we hear, oh, somebody was outside passing out all of this blow. What are we talking about? Had the media not pressed for that shit, we wouldn't know shit about no blow. It wouldn't nobody said nothing about blow.
Really great people. And Tyler actually taught me good Ocean Springs people. That was one of the first things I heard when I got here. So I'll just say that. They're good Ocean Springs people.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying this incredible interview. Make sure you hit
enough. There's a 0% chance that they did anything wrong. So this is not 90%. It's not 99%. It's not 99.999.
Allegedly.
No decimals. There's no anything. It's 100%. 100.000%. Nothing. They did nothing wrong. And that's the problem for our opponents here who have.
So I don't know about these guys right here, you know, but I just want to know if nobody did nothing wrong, who was doing the blow? Because I'm just going to be honest with you, man. I get flicked right now with a powder pack, my ass on the way to jail. I'm just going to be honest with you. Some blows getting passed around, somebody around me passes away, motherfuckers is going to jail. I'm just going to say it. I don't know about these boys, but out there, if they said there was some blow going around, who the fuck had the blow?
Ruin their lives, drag them through the mud, and attack them. You don't get to lie. We have a First Amendment. We love our First Amendment, but you don't get to lie and hurt people. You want to lie and it doesn't hurt people? Fine. You lie and you hurt people, that's why we have defamation. And that's what this is about.
You said what is blow? Booger sugar. Booger sugar.
So I just want to emphasize this in the strongest possible terms. Zero wrongdoing. Completely innocent, totally innocent, and categorically innocent.
And you guys have had experiences with either...
Mandy, what you get blocked for? Was you typing in all caps? What you get blocked for, Mandy?
People threatening you online. I know that, Warren, we talked about this before, and we talked a little, or at least spoke a little bit about when you go out, you guys are getting accosted by people. Can you give us an example of, or at least tell the audience an example of an incident where you guys may have been accosted, or what does that look like when you go out? People threaten you with weapons, or people trying to physically harm you, or people having to be restrained?
Oh, Mandy, you ask if I was gay? Yeah, Mandy, you don't ask me no shit like that, but appreciate you for supporting the channel, but no, I'm not gay. I let gay people do what they gonna do. I mean, that's their business, but no, I'm not gay, Mandy. I don't know why you would ask some shit like that. I mean, do I come off as gay or something? I'm just trying to figure it out.
What kind of engagement is happening when you guys go out?
We went to a restaurant, a couple of buddies of mine, and when we were, I wouldn't say threatening with weapons or anything, but I felt, and I know my friends felt, threat for our lives. I mean, I don't think there was like a fear factor, but at the same time, like it's awkward in public, like I stated, like when we have to talk about these things. But we went to a restaurant and someone came up to me and was like, "Is this you?" And I was kind of like shaken up about it. Well, at first she asked like my name and like all these questions, and I was like, okay, whatever, she's just coming up to talk. Well, then she came up to me again and showed me our first interview and was like, "Are you sure this isn't you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's me, like obviously." And she
Marjam says, why is Tatum doing another interview? This is to show this is to put pressure on all the speculation. This is to put pressure on all the speculation. Bart's lawyer went on Chris Cuomo, and now these kids' lawyer is coming on Brandon Tatum, basically saying defamation lawsuits are incoming, cease and desist are incoming, shit like that. That's the purpose of this interview, is to say that we've been getting threatened. People have been approaching us in real life. People have been doing this because of all of the speculation that's going on, and we're going to put a stop to it. So this is a show of force, in my opinion. This is a show of force.
She kind of just, I looked at my buddy and I was like, yeah, we're leaving.
Thanks, Asha.
Close everything out, like we're going. And I left, and there was an altercation after I left with some of my buddies that weren't involved in this at all. And they told my friends that they were gonna kill them and they wanted to fight and all this like crazy stuff. I mean, I wasn't there, but my friends told me this.
I'm not talking about the other side. What I mean by a show of force is showing up with these lawyers. The lawyers are defamation lawyers. This is a show of force to show that, hey, some shit's about to go on. We about to sue y'all. We about to come after your channels, or whatever we're gonna do, we're about to do it. That's what the purpose of this interview. Now, I'm not talking about the other interviews when they were out talking about what happened. I'm saying this interview is specifically a show of force, in my opinion.
That what the people were saying to them was like totally just crazy. Like, I mean, there was people like that were, you know, outside of this telling us like, hey, you need to leave before something happens because I know what could go down right now. And like, I know that these people are crazy. So, I mean, we all felt, we were kind of shaken up about that. It was weird because it was our first encounter as a group. And I think it's also like just crazy that people will like look at you in the eye and tell you they'll kill you because they believe you killed your best friend and you have nothing to do with it.
And Morgan and Jax, were you guys there?
Yes, we were there.
I was there.
I didn't hear the part where they said they were gonna kill him and stuff, but I did hear whenever she came up to him originally, she was like, "Hey, you have like TikTok or anything like that? Your face looks really familiar." And he was like, "No, I don't have TikTok."
Hey Mandy, I understand you're upset, and if you gonna take your support somewhere else, I mean, you just you take it somewhere else, Mandy. I'm sorry, man. I mean, you don't gotta announce it, you don't gotta make a spectacle of it. I don't know why you asked what I gave. I answered your question, gave you a direct response, even asked it, do I give that off? Do I give that vibe off? But now it's kind of like you're making a big exit and shit, and I'm just like, okay, Mandy, shit. You upset? Hell, come back another day. Or don't come back. I'm sorry. Shit, I don't know what to tell you.
Talking anything like that. And she was like, "Oh, okay," and then walked off, and then came back with, like you said, the first interview, on her phone and showing him. She's like, "So this isn't you. Either you have a doppelganger or this is you." And he was like, "Well, yeah, that's me." And then we got the check and we bounced and we were waiting outside for everybody else to get out of there. And while we're waiting outside is whenever some of our other buddies that aren't even on social media that we were just there with was getting told that other people were going to kill them and all that kind of stuff.
So how did that make you guys feel did you think they were serious? Did you think it was just people trying to make a name for themselves by confronting you in front of others? Like, what was your take on that, Morgan?
I think it was just like, I was in the general area of where one of our buddies was, where this altercation happened. And I actually got into a conversation with a fellow next to me that wasn't even involved. And he told me straight up, he was like, "If I was y'all right now, I would leave before y'all get hurt. Y'all need to leave right now. I'm just watching out for y'all and making sure y'all are safe." And I mean, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If they trying to are they at parties and shit, I'm not gonna lie. If they out partying and shit, yeah, the motherfucker really might try to beat them up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Motherfucker might try to beat them up if they out partying. I'm just gonna say it. Double tap that screenshot of live out chat. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Yeah, we're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Be sure to subscribe to the channel on your way in. Double tap that screen and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Say that those people would have physically done something in that moment, but I think they were playing like almost like a mental game, like just to get into your head and just almost like make yourself like just think these things that obviously are not true.
If you can go back to the very beginning of this, how do you?
What'd be funny to me is when y'all come in here and be like, "Oh, if he was white, y'all wouldn't care." Well, guess what? He's not white. And we do care. The situation is here. I mean, what the fuck, you act like we just gonna stop caring about that shit because you came in and dropped a comment. No, I mean, what are y'all planning on accomplishing with that shit?
You think this should have played out? Because I always question in my mind that when I go back, I look at what happened, I look at the initial stories with Nolan, and you guys knew him, right? I didn't know him. I know none of you guys. I just had a chance to meet you guys more recently. But how do you think this should have gone? If you could control the environment, Nolan is found deceased. How do you guys think that this should have been put out to the world?
Oh my God, now I'm a racist, chat. Oh, let's ask the chat. If y'all think I'm racist, put racist in the chat. If y'all do not think I'm racist, put not in the chat. Dang, I stated a damn fact. You said if he was white, y'all wouldn't care. I said, well, guess what? He is not white, and we do care. That's just the damn facts. He's not white, and we do care about the situation. So what do you mean? How is that making me racist by stating the fucking facts? Stop trying to detract from the conversation. Nigga, we here, we care. You coming in here bitching and complaining about it is not gonna make us stop. This shit is crazy.
So, first off, I wish that none of this would ever happen. I wish Nolan could still be here with us today. And I wish that, like I said, none of this would ever happen. Like, I wish that all this could be erased and Nolan could be here tomorrow. I mean, that's more than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy. That's where.
All right, so he bringing up the mom. This is directly about Nolan's mom. I want to hear this. Hold on, Chad. We got to lock in right here. Asha comes through supporting the channel with the super chat. Thank you. Asha says they've been coached. Clearly they're capping. Do y'all think that this interview was scripted? Do y'all think they've been coached? In your opinion? Thank you, Asha, for supporting the channel. We got to lock in right here, chat. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're 22 subscribers away. We got to lock in right here. He's mentioning Nolan's mom. Let's see what he said.
And another guy. That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess. I wish that would have never happened either. And I don't think if those would have never happened, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been as viral or gone all over the country at this point. I mean, this is a countrywide news story that is just.
This shit international. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you, man. We global over here, man, and I know channels bigger than mine is for damn sure global. This shit international. I'm just gonna, hey, if nobody thought to say it, I'm gonna say it. It shit is international.
Blown out of proportion, and the fact that it was our best friend and it's not what people are saying it is what hurts the most. I mean, that was our brother. I mean, straight up. That's what I told his dad the night that he came over to my house. He was like, blah, blah, saying something. I was like, dude, that was my brother. Like, and you know that. He knows that. We were picking him up every single day. He never drove. I can't tell you how many times I pulled up in his driveway and picked him up. And it wasn't him asking. It was just because that's what we did. We just picked up Nolan all the time. That's how we.
Yeah, everybody hit the like button. We're not at 200 likes yet. Come on, chat. I thought y'all fucked with me, bro. What's going on? Wake up. I know it's late. Y'all getting shit together. I thought y'all fucked with me. Hit the like button, man. Yeah, this shit is definitely international because a lot of people from Canada watch this channel. So the Canadians on it. A lot of people from across the pond watch this channel. They own it. And like I said, man, we just now at 50K. This channel's way bigger than this. So if y'all don't think this shit is international, you out your goddamn mind. Y'all crazy as hell.
You know, came about to all the stuff that we were going to. We'd go and pick him up. That's how much we like to be around him. We would do stuff like that all the time, you know?
Well, first off, like, I wish we would have never, like, I think about this every day. Like, I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July because I know this wouldn't have happened. Nolan wouldn't be gone. And, like, it's really hard to think about because it's like, I wish I would have done this different or I wish I would have done that different because now one of my brothers
What's up, Forsaken?
Passed away. But I think from the beginning, I'm glad that I called the Coast Guard and I'm glad that we came together as a group. Even from the first day when people started texting us things, saying, you know, crazy things, but I wish it wouldn't have been reported as some type of race thing. I think it's really bad.
I want to know why the fuck they just dragging it out though. Like, come on, bro. We got the autopsies back, the medical examiners holding this shit, grand jury. Like, what's up, man? What's going on? What's the holdup? How long are they gonna drag this shit out? It's a fucking election year. They got judicial elections and statewide elections this year. Nigga, September is around the corner. Then you got October and then shit, it's elections. How long is they gonna drag this shit out?
Bad that like people are pushing the narrative, oh, this is a race thing. Well, obviously it's not. I mean, this is like a brother to us. I mean, Nolan's no different than anyone else in our group. And I just wish this wasn't pushed on the media as, oh, this is a bunch of white guys that killed a black guy, or this is, you know, like in the beginning it was like 4 guys went to a stranded island and dumped Nolan at the island and just left him there. Like even from the beginning, it was just like this thing and no one had facts and they were just pushing this horrible narrative, all lies about everyone. And
you said, so would you be happy if they said it was an accident, final answer? Hell, that's what they tried to do, and then motherfucker got to run in their mouth. You know what I mean? That's what they tried to do from the beginning. What are we talking about? They tried that.
It's sick. So I wish that would have been completely different. I'm glad I called the Coast Guard. I'm glad I made the first contact within all of this. I'm glad I was the first one that called Christine Wells that night and told her that we haven't heard from her son. And I'm glad that I did all of that, but I hate the way this has been perceived by the media and portrayed. This has like been absolutely horrible with the way and the things that they've said to us and done. But other than that, I mean, there's not much I would change from my point of view and my friend's point of view. I think we did everything right, and I know we did nothing wrong.
I think I also want to say, I think it's so criminal that they took something so anti-racist and flipped it into something super racist. Like they took, this is the definition of anti-racism. I mean, that we did not look at Nolan any different than I looked at him, or even you. You know, this is literally our brother. I mean, like we stated, we did not treat him any different. We didn't treat Trayson any different. We don't treat Trayson any different. And they just flipped it. And I just think that is so wild that they're pushing this thing that they're saying, oh, they want to end racism and all this stuff. Well, they're the one pushing it. They're pushing the racism. And I just think that's kind of crazy.
Morgan, what's your thoughts on this? How does it affect you?
I mean, first I want to say I wish this would have never happened. I wish Nolan would still be here with us today. And but I in my opinion, I think that the media they shouldn't have pushed a narrative from so early. I think that they should have let the local officials do their job, let them release statements.
All right, chat. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. When I hear, not in this situation, but when I'm like out and about and people be like, all right, man, all right, brother, you know what I'm saying? Or be like, you have a good day, brother. It's like, I wonder, do white men say that to other white men? Like, I don't know. It's like only white men call me brother when I'm out. It's like, all right, brother. And you know, it'd be cool sometimes, but it's just like, I've noticed that.
And then, I mean, the media is obviously going to see that and then do whatever they do. But that's what I trust the local officials.
Ed, with what has transpired, you know, how does that dictate your response? Because you have a 30,000 foot view of all of this stuff, right? You see the way that it may.
Okay, so y'all do say it to other white people. All right. I was just wondering, man. I was just wondering. Like, damn, am I the only one they call brother? Okay, y'all say it to other, like, random white people too. Like when you know, Facebook Marketplace, you're going to buy something, you buy it, you're leaving, you never knew the man, and you like, all right, brother. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Could have went, and you see that there's people that instigated the narrative that's out there now. And as a, you know, defamation attorney, how does this navigate your tactics?
Sure,
you know?
and I want to be clear about something. Tonight, I'm not going to give any particular person any more oxygen than they may have already sucked up. But I will say this. What's been said about Morgan, Jax, and Warren, I'm not going to call them untruths or half-truths or falsehoods. I'm going to call it what it is, lies. So the first thing that's really important here is we're dealing with.
Y'all said it depends on the white dude. It's like y'all know, bro. Y'all know I'm from the deep south. It's like the country white guys, bro. And they always be like, all right, brother. And you know, I think it's like an acknowledgement. Like, I know you're black, you know I'm white, but shit, it's cool. Like, all right, brother. I that's what I always took it as. And I just never thought they said that shit to other white people. I just never thought they did. But now y'all are telling me something different. Unknown is saying y'all capping. I don't know, man. I just thought it was like, you know.
Lies and liars. We're dealing with profiteers. We're dealing with hustlers. And one thing that I've seen since I got here is that Ocean Springs, Mississippi, is a really beautiful place. And the region is very beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places in the country.
You say this channel smell like cocoa butter and weed. I'm glad you smelled that shit. I put a little of that Chanel blue in that cocoa butter before I put it on. You know I can't be ashy. My skin gotta be glowing, girl. You know my skin gotta be glowing. And that weed that you smelling, that is top shelf. That's some za. We call that shit za. I'm telling you, I smoke out of papers too. Did you see my do-rag? Did you see my do-rag? Yeah, that's how we coming. The fuck wrong with you?
And there is just no question. The death of Nolan Wells is a horrendous tragedy. But for the tragedy to then be magnified after his death for no reason other than profit is a disgrace, or what we would call a shanda. And I had the opportunity to go to Horn Island today with Tyler and Warren and Jax. And a lot of people who have been sucking up way more oxygen than they're entitled to have not been to the island. I'm willing to bet that a lot of the hustlers and profiteers and liars have not been to that island. And you have to go to that island. And being at the island today was...
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I ever want to go to Horn Island, or I ever will go to Horn Island. Epstein ruined all island travel for me. I don't want to go to Horn Island. I don't want to go to Epstein Island. I don't want to go to Star Island. I'm cool on the islands and shit. I'm just gonna say it. They ruined all the island experience for me.
It was revelatory. It was really illuminating. It's a very dynamic marine environment, first of all. But when you go to the island, you see instantly that what some people want to be true, what they wish to be true, they're trying to wish it to be true. They're trying to make it true through their lies. It's actually not possible. It is a very, very long and narrow barrier island. It's basically very low sand dunes. And in the particular part of the island that we're dealing with, there are no trees. It's hardly any...
Right, why ain't Tatum considered one of the hustlers? I bet out of all the people that's counted up off this Nolan Wells case, Tatum's in the top 2. Najee comes through supporting the channel via Super Chat, said, plug, everyone in this interview makes my skin crawl. Damn, Najee. Thank you for supporting the channel via Super Chat. But yeah, he talking about the people proper. Man, Tatum in the top 2, man. Listen, motherfuckers is counting up right now. Tatum counting up. Nancy Grace counting up. Who else counting up, Chad? Who else is counting up, man? Tatum's probably the number 1, bro. Tatum, Don Lemon counting up. Man, listen. Tatum, Don Lemon, and them, they counting up, bro. Cut it out.
Foliage, hardly any tree cover, hardly any plants, and it's wide open. And on July 4th, there were thousands of people there.
And I want y'all to know, I haven't made a Nolan Wells video, and every time we go live, we in vertical mode. I don't get no ad revenue for this shit. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all support, y'all come through, y'all fuck with me, y'all super chat, get memberships and shit, but I'm not getting no money from this. AdSense not paying me a motherfucking thing. And if you go look at my videos, I keep all the ads off. So they can miss me with that shit. I keep all the ads off. I don't even need no ads on it.
There is no possible way that anybody could have committed a murder in broad daylight on a barren, windswept island that is narrow and was just swamped with people that day in broad daylight. It's just not possible given the natural environment there. And that leads me to the next point, which is this.
Hit the like button,
Once you
chat.
know what the timeline is, when you combine the timeline with the actual dynamics of the island itself, all of the lies completely unravel because it isn't possible, and here's why. Morgan, Warren, and Jax left the island at about 4:30 p.m. That's it. They were gone. That is not open for debate. So that's a fact. They were gone. And at that time, Nolan Wells was still alive. Now, I'm not going to name them out of respect for their privacy, but just as one example, there are two very fine, upstanding members of the Ocean Springs community who saw Nolan Wells at about 10 minutes to 6 p.m.
Here we go, 10 minutes to 6 p.m. I want to know who saw him. We finna pull this shit back. And chat, I want y'all to realize this shit. Y'all see DJ Sean still in this bitch? He came here earlier talking a little shit. I had to check that shit. But now he done settled in. He see how this shit going, man. Like I say, you can disagree with me. You can disagree with the chat. Just don't go against this shit, man. Welcome in, DJ Sean. I'm glad that you still hanging around, my boy.
So about an hour and a half after these fine young men had left the island, they were gone, departed, Nolan Wells was alive. And these two witnesses, two very reliable, very credible, and very upstanding members of the community, they saw Nolan. And they've known Nolan for years. There's no chance that they made a mistake. And by the way, this can be corroborated through other evidence, other eyewitness accounts. And that
we understand that. We just think they lying. I'm just gonna say it. The people who supposedly seen Nolan at 6 o'clock, I believe they said it. I just think they fucking lying. In my opinion.
that's the end of it right there. And that's before we get into everything else about the situation.
And when I look at this, I feel like there's levels of defamation and areas of defamation. And I'm not going to speak on your behalf because this is y'all's story to tell.
And here goes Berserk said, then you're stupid. Why am I stupid? Why am I stupid? Y'all want to tell me that there was hundreds to 1,000 of people out here and 2 people fucking seen them? 2 people that we don't know about. 2 people out of thousands. They're saying 2 people seen them. And you're saying I'm stupid because I think they're lying. But yet you're still in this bitch watching me. Crazy. Crazy.
Your story to litigate. But which areas are the most egregious that you are going to go after, or that you guys think also are areas where people have taken this situation and clearly lied to the public? One being the phone call. What is your thoughts on that phone call to Cito? Some people have gone out and done enhancements to the audio, and in doing that, created a transcript manually. It doesn't appear that the transcript was derived from an automated system or have any, in my opinion, real integrity with it. What are your thoughts, first, you guys, on the audio, and then I'll get to you, Ed, on could that be a defamatory area the way it was produced?
Then you got to think, the 2 people that seen Nolan, the quote-unquote eyewitnesses, if they put their ass on the fucking stand, if it ever went to that, guess what? All they got to do is say they was drunk. Allegedly. Speculation. Oh, I was drunk. I thought it was him. Shit. You know how many damn Jack Daniels I had and fucking hard seltzers, what they be drinking, fucking Monacos and shit. You know how many of them bad boys I had, man, and Budweiser heavies? Yeah, come on, bro. Y'all gotta see through this shit, man. Allegedly, speculation.
Produced. So what do you guys think about that audio?
Talking about part 2 coming soon. He gonna drop that bitch tomorrow. All right, Chad, we finna get into this Nancy Grace episode. Everybody double tap the screen, hit the like button, chat. We go live every single night at 10 p.m. Central Time. If you having a good time in the live stream, press the number 1. If you are a first timer in the live stream, press the number 3, and my mods will be sure to welcome you in.
Bombshell tonight in the Nolan Wells investigation. A mystery altercation emerged.
Ender, what's up, Ender? Hey, y'all, Ender is an OG to the channel, and what's so crazy about Ender is how wide our content bag is over here. We talk about a lot of different shit. One day, I was talking about the book, Ender's Game, and I guess he was just fucking scrolling through the chat. I don't know. Maybe the algorithm picked up on me fucking talking about it, and he was in here, and he commented. And Ender's been rocking out with us ever since. Welcome in, Ender. That's crazy.
And not with the guys that took him to the island on the boat. Does this change things? We cannot ignore it. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us. Straight out to Crime Stories investigative reporter Dave Mack. Dave, what can you tell me first about this so-called mystery altercation? And this is not with the men that went to Horn Island on the boat. You know what? Let me just be clear. Crime Stories is not a symposium, a gathering place for a witch hunt. We want the truth about what happened to Nolan Wells. We are here to convict no one yet. And if evidence of...
Okay, Chad, we'll revisit that. Do y'all think Nolan lost his life because of a girl? I see a couple of y'all in the chat have said that. I haven't really thought about that since the Katie situation, once we found out the girl was Katie. I haven't really thought about it being over a girl really since then. Now, we remember, who was that? Trayshawn said, we never got to hear about the phone with Trayshawn because he said it was over a koozie. Girl dropped his koozie, said he was a little too drunk. Guy got in his business. They get into it. But we haven't revisited it, the girl situation. I don't know. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all think Nolan lost his life because of a girl?
A mystery altercation with other young men arises, we are pursuing it. Dave Mack, what do we know about some mystery altercation? We think after the Triton left Horn Island.
Nancy, this is a mystery altercation that is being described through social media as something that took place around 5 p.m.
Bro, why the fuck does he sound like he's on the scene? Now, we know damn well he's not on the scene right now. Now, Nancy, I hope after this episode, you called Dave Mack and told him next time he need to sit his ass down somewhere. It sounds like he's on the fucking scene, like some shit going on right now.
That day. This is 30 minutes after the Triton already left. And in this particular account, a Bertram boat was seen leaving shortly afterward at a high rate of speed. Now, this social media conversation claims that a person, one of the passengers, pretty certain Nolan Wells was part of a group that...
Hell no, he not on that plane, man. That's the Cajun Navy plane, man. That's the Cajun Navy footage from whenever, man. Hell no, bro. He just got some shit going on. He need to sit his ass down. So it sounds like he on the scene right now with a damn microphone.
That was, quote, almost fighting around 5 p.m.
Bip, 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 bip. Whoa, wait. Hold on, Nellie. Did you say 5 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. The reason I jumped in, Dave Mack, is because 5 p.m., if Nolan was seen in an altercation at 5 p.m. on Horn Island. That's after the Triton, had already left. Let's see the boat, control room. We're talking about the boat leaving Horn Island. That boat. Had that boat already left when this altercation occurred? Dave Mack, that's a yes, no.
Yes.
Listen.
But the person said in the DM to another kid that is associated, not any of the kids that I interviewed or talked to, but that could be associated to some degree, that knew Nolan, that this person wrote a message saying, me and my husband saw you arguing with Nolan, and to the effect of you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. Nolan and another person that he may have been in an argument with, to me, are people that need to be investigated.
Guys, let me first introduce Cheryl McCollum, Colgate's Investigative Research Institute founder. Let that sink in at coldcasecrimes.org. She's a star of a hit podcast that I have listened to on loop, by the way, Cheryl McCollum.
Najee comes through with a super chat, say, I just want to know what happened to this baby boy. We all do, Najee. Double tap that screen, shut a live out. Thank you, Najee, for supporting the channel via super chat. Chat, we're 15 subscribers away from 50,600. Let's get a quick 15 subscribers. We go live every single night over here talking politics, current events, and entertainment. Do y'all think Officer Tatum put his foot in his mouth with that clip, man? I don't know where Nancy's going with this.
And I don't like much of what you're saying, yet I keep listening. Zone 7, she's author of a brand new book, Swans Don't Swim in a Sewer, solving the cold case of the Flint River killer's daughter, and more.
Thanks,
but for
Katie.
my purposes tonight, she's a forensics expert. Greg Morse, before I even get to the merits of this, where I meant to go with this is everyone has been focusing on the young men that were on the boat that took him to Horn Island. Then we get this audio that we're trying to corroborate, where seemingly in the background you hear them talking about trying to revive Nolan Wells on the boat. Is that even real? We don't know yet. Or has it been doctored? Trying to find out. I've got experts telling me, renowned experts, by the way, it's real, and renowned experts saying it's not real. It's just like a trial, right? Where it's expert v. expert, who's telling the truth.
Sure.
I wanted to talk about this mystery altercation. If it happened at 5.
So here we go with this altercation. Now, I've heard about this mystery altercation, but I kind of just brushed it off. Now, obviously Nancy's about to dive into this mystery altercation. So do y'all believe in the mystery altercation theory? Yes or no? Do y'all believe in the mystery altercation theory? Yes or no? And welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you everybody that said they subscribed. Welcome in all the new subscribers and first timers. If you're a first timer, put first timer in the chat.
5 p.m., that boat was already gone. Now, as much as some people want to hang the young guys on the boat, I want to make sure we hang the right person. If there is a mystery altercation after that boat lift, we need to be investigating that altercation.
Well, you're 100% right, because the 3 young men that are, at least the people are saying are involved in this, that went there with Nolan Wells, there's a specific timeline from what I read. They needed assistance on their boat. They left at 4:30. They had called
You just gave me
CTO.
a chill down my spine. You
If
can't introduce something because people say, I don't care what people say, on either side.
No,
they mean nothing to me.
Nancy, that's the problem when we have things like podcasts today and people who are not qualified to talk about serious things like this. They're not experts.
Y'all said call my people from down there. I'm going to send them a message right quick. I'm going to send them a message and see if they want to call in. I'll do that, Max.
They want to get likes. Law enforcement is going to keep information close to the vest.
He saw the DMs. I don't have a reason to think he didn't see the DMs. Now, many people are arguing that he has taken a side. We have not taken a side. I'm on the side of finding out why everybody got back to the mainland except Nolan Wells.
Well,
and
listen,
nobody
these
saw
are
anything.
teenagers.
Nobody knows anything. It's just like Tupac Shakur got shot on the strip at
Nancy,
Vegas,
these are
and we still don't know what happened. Nobody saw a thing. That's BS.
These are
What?
young men hanging out. It's not unusual one may stay behind to hang out with other people. None of that is unusual for teenagers partying and having a good time. So that fact alone doesn't
Morse.
mean anything. What?
Where's your cell phone? Where is your cell phone? And try not to lie. Where's your cell phone?
Okay, right here.
Oh, really? Because here's mine. So, you want to tell me Nolan Wells stayed behind and his cell phone went without him? I understand. Don't everybody start screaming that he didn't want to get it wet. Of course he didn't want to get it wet. But there's ways around that. You can go put it on shore in your shoe, like everybody else does, to hide it from people, and then retrieve it when you go. But no, he let the boat leave with his phone.
All right, I think they can hear you now. What you say? Oh, they can't hear you, man. It's too low. Y'all gonna have to send me an invite. Send me an invite to my backup Discord. Hold on, man. I can't hear you. Look, I'm finna leave and join right back, man. Man, somebody gotta send me an invite to this Discord. Listen, hold on. Or I can just call, man. I'm gonna just call.
I agree with his mother on that. That is not Nolan Wells. He was never away from his phone.
So that doesn't mean anything in and of itself with what's coming out about this. You know, you're talking about him staying behind. You're talking about there's evidence that he was there after 4:30 p.m. If he's there after 4:30 p.m., Nolan Wells on that island hanging out with other people, that's it. The fact that a cell phone is on a boat and he's not as a teenager doesn't really mean anything at all.
Okay, you know what? I asked you about a mystery altercation, and should we be looking in that direction right now? And
All right, look. I'm in here. I'm echoing. Why am I echoing? All right, I ain't echoing no more. Damn, they disconnected.
Go to the whatchamacallit. Go to pull up your Warzone and then I'll join.
All right, listen, y'all.
Multiplayer?
Hold on.
Huh? Yeah, you were multiplayer.
I'm on live. Can y'all hear me? They can hear you now.
Bro, I'm not finna say nothing. Having folks come knocking on my door tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, are they scared? Don't say nothing incriminating. We just want to know, are they scared? Do you think something gonna go on? Somebody gonna go
Black
jail?
folk? Are black folks scared?
Like, do you think that somebody's gonna go to jail in this situation, or they finna say
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Ain't nobody going to jail, bro. You got people that's in this case that hang out with the governor of the state. Them boys ain't going to jail, bro.
Allegedly. All right. I ain't gonna ask you too much because I don't want to get you in no shit. But yeah, you said
You ain't see the recent interview whenever all three of them they had three of the boys with their lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm echoing. I don't know why. But oh yes, I do. I see it. It's because I got my other account. Hold on. All right, now I'm not echoing no more. Yeah, we watching the interview right now. I got the chat.
Yeah.
Here, and they told me to call my people from down there. So I said, man, I'm gonna call them, but I know they ain't gonna say too much because shit, it's some shit going on, and that's why I just asked you, like, do you think somebody?
Especially whenever you still live down here, bro. Ain't nobody going to jail. What? It's bro. It is not. It's not a big place, bro. Everybody, like people that live in the city, bro. It's a small group of people that probably know what happened, bro. But that shit ain't never gonna come to light. Why would it?
Right. So what's up with the situation where they talking about they was on that powder, man? Do you think that's
Shoot,
smoke and mirrors? I'm just asking. Do you think that's smoke and mirrors?
that he was out there on powder.
Yeah, that Officer Tatum said that they was all on powder. He said that somebody said there was somebody out there passing out powder, and they turned in 20 people's names.
Everybody be on powder.
Well, shit, that's Usher Springs, bro.
You heard it.
It's Usher
You heard
Springs,
MG.
bro.
What'd you say, MG?
Everybody on powder down there, bro.
Everybody on powder now. Shit, around the whole fucking country.
Confirm it. Confirm
Powder
it
and
for the
pills.
live. Powder and pills, guys. You heard.
All right, chill out,
Guys.
bro. I am live, bro. Chill out. So they saying that it's going on down there. So all right, man. I guess if there's anything else y'all want to say without saying too much, I'll let y'all say it. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I know y'all trying to play a game. My chat just asked me to call y'all. See how it was.
Justice for Nolan Key. Nolan, bro, Nolan, bro, that's crazy. I don't know how them folks getting away with that shit, but it's just what it's gonna be.
All right, man.
Can't do nothing about it, bro. Bro, you got like stuff like the Dixie Mafia and stuff.
This is a good time.
Down here on the coast.
They
bro.
can
You got all
kind of
these
explain
casinos
you.
and stuff, bro. People got money that's funding people's pockets. Ain't nobody finna go to jail. What? Bro, they will make somebody's life a living hell down here if somebody go to jail.
I don't know.
Tell them how the partying is.
Tato,
What's
back up from the mic. Why are you so close to the damn mic? Like your mouth, like you in that motherfucker. Back up.
You might need to ask them, how the lifestyle is down there. This is probably a good chance for you to do that.
Okay,
Bro,
yeah, tell us about the lifestyle. Yeah, tell us about the lifestyle, how it is down there.
We drink, we smoke, we fuck.
Okay.
Tell them that they are. There is black people that hang out with the white boys.
Bro,
we call the white people the white boys.
All right, let me
all
turn
black
Tato down, bro. He's too loud. I gotta turn his mic.
Bro, all black folks down here hang out with white folks for the most part, bro. Like it's just what you go to school with them. What else you gonna do? Not talk to them? And then who you finna go on a boat with? I don't see too many. I only know one nigga that had a boat. One black person that had a boat.
How many niggas you know they got a boat?
Right. It's only one black person that I know that had a boat, bro. Everybody else, nah, bro. You gotta hang out with the white boys to do it. You think somebody wanna go sit on the porch and hang out with some niggas all day? No, them niggas wanna go to the island too.
Right. So have y'all ever been to the island?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So what is it like out there? Do it be a bunch of people? Like when they say it was 1,000 people out there, do y'all think it was really 1,000 people, or are they exaggerating?
It was July 4th weekend.
Nah, it was 4th of July weekend, bro. It was look on the bottom end. It was probably like 20,000 people out there,
20,
like without a doubt.
On the island,
bro, without
or
a doubt.
around the island? But
Like
like on the
about
beach
around the
and
island,
shit
bro.
too. Like on the beach and shit
Bro,
too.
yes, bro. Like on the boats, on the boats, on the boats, on the island.
Yeah, I can tell you how deep the water is, possibly too.
Yeah. So what about the water? I seen them where they was standing up, in a lot of the pictures they was like up to their neck in the water.
Nah, that was them just sitting down, bro. It's a drop off if you keep walking out and you trying to like holler at somebody, you trying to talk to somebody without everybody being on your dick, bro. You gonna walk out some. The further you walk out, but it's a drop off out there. And when it drop off,
they asked that y'all be doing the grown folks on the boats.
Going to grown folks?
I can't just say banging. I can't say, yeah, I'm trying to keep it clean for the live. Do y'all be doing it on the boats?
Fucking?
Yeah,
Bro, no.
damn. I'm trying to keep it clean for the live on GTA. Yeah, but do y'all be doing that on the boats? That's what the chat asking.
No. Ain't nobody got no. Bro, a boat is like, it's wide open, bro. Ain't nobody doing that. Everybody in their mama gonna see you.
Okay.
Like unless you literally out there on a like some people might take a yacht out there or something, and then but you gotta take a smaller boat to go to the bigger boat just to get out there. So ain't nobody just out there fucking race. It's too much stuff going on.
So if a body was to, end up dead or in the water, do you think it'll take this long to find out? Or like find the body? Like if something were to go missing out there.
Bro,
depends, but
shit. What you talking about? What you talking about, bro? You are in nature. You are in nature. bro, them tides and them currents, the way that they are out there, nigga. Good luck. You catch a bad day and it's windy out there and them currents take you under, bro. Like, boy, what can you do? You can't fight water.
So what do y'all think it's gonna be if they come back and do say that nothing happened, it was just an accident? Do y'all think it's gonna turn up down there? Because a lot of people been saying black folks just want a reason to riot.
They might, but it probably ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be locals doing that shit.
No, but it ain't gonna be no locals doing that, bro. Because if you from down, if you from down here and you try to get out there and try to start some protests and stuff, bro, they already had people downtown out there doing some justice for Nolan chants and stuff. They said, hey, no, we ain't doing that. And bro, businesses down there were like, nah, get from around here with that. You're not doing that down here. No.
Yeah, they already got rid of Black Spring Break, so they ain't having none of that foolishness.
Oh, they killed Black Beach Week in Biloxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
y'all know I
ago.
used to be out there for that. It used to be.
Bro, ever since after that time with Boosie, whenever they stole Boosie jewelry, he got arrested. They stole Boosie jewelry, and then
I think they had like a shootout too.
Bro, yeah. So then Boosie went got a attorney. He said that they said they misplaced or lost his jewelry. Then he go get a lawyer, take him back to Harrison County Jail.
That. I remember when that.
And then all of a sudden it came back. All of a sudden they were like, "Oh no, we just misplaced it." Nah, y'all was finna take that man's stuff.
Okay, so they asking like, shit, would y'all have went out on the island?
Hell yeah, I was trying to go. I was trying to
That's
go.
where all the ass was.
What? That's where everybody was at.
So it was okay. So what about the black people out there? It was more than just 2 or 3 black people out there for sure.
Yeah, bro, it's probably the group that he with, bro. He just with a group of younger white boys, so they all them white boys gonna click together and be around each other. But if you keep going, like, bro, you don't go too far away from your boat, because if you get too far away from your boat, ain't nobody trying to walk 11 miles to the other side of the island. But if you see some snatcher, you know it's a girl down there, nigga, you might make that walk.
11-mile walk is crazy.
He was trying to.
They said ask y'all about the girl. So what do y'all do? Do y'all know anything about the girl situation? Do y'all think it was over a girl? We'll say that. Do y'all think it was over a girl, or do y'all think it was
that he was trying to get some pussy or something?
Yeah, no, because we're not saying where he got unalived. We're saying like they're saying that it was a mystery fight around 6 o'clock. Do y'all think it was possible that he was fighting out there at 6?
Hell no, that was soft.
All right, man. Well, I ain't gonna ask y'all too many more questions, man. I appreciate y'all for giving me y'all time, man. Y'all boys take it easy, and I hope y'all win the Warzone game, man.
For sure.
All right.
All right, narrator.
All right, man. Like I said, man, I called them for y'all, man. I don't want them to get in any trouble. Like they said, everything's speculation. They don't think anything's going to happen, and they don't think any riots or anything is going to go on. They think it's just going to be open and closed and shit back to regular business, in their opinion.
You're like going on and on about the cell phone.
No, but
everybody
that's
that
my
owns
point.
a cell phone, which is everyone, knows you never
Nancy,
leave
that's
without
my
your cell
point.
phone.
You have to look at what really happened. If there was this mystery altercation, then yes, the police need to be investigating that. They need to be looking into that.
Hi guys, Nancy Grace here. If you are a homeowner, you've probably thought, should I call American Financing to upfront fees? It costs you nothing to find out what you could be saving. And if you start today, you may be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. American Financing, 866-888. Go to practically everything else. If this happened, and forget about the girl, I'm talking about the altercation. Cheryl McCollum, come on. He dies. Nobody sees him. The others get back safely. Now we're hearing about an altercation afterwards. And I'm not ruling out that he was on that boat when they left. But now I'm hearing about an altercation. When you can't tell the truth of what's happening, Look at who was angry. Look if there was an altercation. I don't know what happened, but when I hear altercation after the Triton left, I've got to go there.
You got to look at it. You absolutely cannot ignore it. But one thing we
What's
already
up,
know
Sleepy?
from
What's
the
up,
second
BR?
autopsy, they would have mentioned if he had any type of injury to his knuckles, if he had been in a fight. We didn't hear anything about abrasions or bruising or any type of injury that would be indicative of somebody that is a college football player fighting somebody.
Okay, now I have just told everybody that you're a forensic expert. It's starting to taste like a dirt sandwich. Because, okay, I'm going to let you sit in the corner and think about what you just said. Joe Scott Morgan is joining me, professor of forensics, Jacksonville State University, author of Blood Beneath My Feet on Amazon, star of a hit series, Body Bags with Joseph Scott Morgan. He is a death investigator with over 10,000 death scenes under his belt, deaths of all genre. Joe Scott Morgan, let's refresh Cheryl McCollum's.
Hey, do Nancy just normally tell people to go sit in the corner and shit, or am I tripping?
Recollection. That's what you say in court when obviously the witness is gone off the rails. Your Honor, pause, Your Honor, objection. May I refresh the witness's recollection? In other words, get it together. Don't you remember what we just talked about before you got on the stand, and you give them a piece of paper and go, can we see that the drawings on the autopsy control room? Joe Scott, there's a big, thank you. There's a big honking mark, subcutaneous, deep reddening tissue on his occipital. If I hit somebody in the back of the head, it'd be right there. And we don't know what that is.
No, we don't. But to Cheryl's point, she's accurate. And here's why. Because in forensics, it's not just about positive findings, it's also about negative findings, those things that we are absent. So in that report, as she had mentioned, there was no indication that there was any kind of contusions on the hand, the arm, no kind of defensive event like a parry with a forearm.
Y'all come in here and say the most outlandish shit. This man just said, y'all don't want to listen to white people unless they're telling you you're being oppressed. Listen to what the fuck you just said, bro. Now, I'm going to let you think about that.
Scuffing of the knuckles, that sort of thing. This forensic pathologist that did the second assessment didn't see any evidence of that. And so that's the first place I'm going to go to, aside from not having the actual primary autopsy report that has not been released yet. But you've got an individual that has, in fact, been retained by the family that's making this assessment. And it's a pretty damn thorough assessment, as a matter of fact, based upon many of them that I've read over the years. You don't see any kind of
See, and this is where I be thinking y'all are bots. Because we in this bitch, we talked about Charleston White, we talked about young Pharaoh, and now we talking about Nolan Wells. And you and this bitch talking about the Democrats. And don't want to listen to white people. This is where I think you're a bot, bro. I don't believe you're a real person. Like, do you not see what the fuck we're talking about? Have you not read the title? Where the fuck are you at, man? Lock in. Damn.
Insults to the arms, the hands, anything like this. The one thing about that thing in the back, this focal area that they're talking about is, and I come back to this all the time, Nancy, is that his body, Nolan's body, is in such a state of decomposition to this point that he cannot make a definitive assessment on that area. And he did a multi-layered dissection, which, by the way, according to him, had not been done by the state medical examiner's office in Mississippi. He just went about it a different way. And as a matter of fact, if you like that one, I got another one. The examination that this physician in DC did on Nolan's remains ranks right up there with the most thorough, hear me talking, the most thorough dissection that you can possibly do on human remains. It's the same one that we do on bodies that have died, individuals that have died that have been incarcerated, in custody deaths. You know what all that means: in the back of a cruiser, in a holding cell, in a prison. Those autopsies rank right up there with the most thorough that we can go. It's a very deep dive that they did on his body.
Joe Scott, you are stating that due to the level of decomposition in Nolan Wells's body, that you can't really figure out why his occipital bone area had deep reddening, and that was seen nowhere else in the body. That's because of decomposition. Isn't that true?
Well, it's true in the sense that that's what
Didn't
the
you just say
physician
that?
said. I'm repeating what the physician said in his autopsy report. I didn't do the
So
examination.
then that would be a yes. So at that level of decomp that you're claiming could obscure the nature of the deep reddening on his occipital area.
What's up,
but
Mega Dan?
yet, on the other side of your mouth, you are claiming that even with this intense decomposition, you didn't see evidence of any reddening on his knuckles or any indication of a fight. So you want it two ways. You want to say, decomp, can't tell what that was on the back of his head, but even though he's highly decomposed, I can tell you, he didn't have any reddening on his knuckles. Really?
No.
Because I see a problem with that.
Okay, you've skinned your knee before, right? Okay. If you have an abrasion, that's completely different than a contusion. That means you have scraping and the tearing away of the skin. That's something that's very obvious. And guess what? I've been in enough fist fights in my life that I know what scraping. Right, I know, and you're misstating that because it's not a matter of reddening. When we look at hands, we also look at contact points where people are being abraded as a result of scuffing their hands. That's different than a color discoloration. We're talking about the top layer, the epidermis down to the dermis, is being scraped away. He doesn't see any evidence of that in his
I'm not
autopsy
talking
report.
about a scrape. I'm talking about if he had, for instance, reddening from a welt, the beginnings of a bruise. With that level of decomp, you're telling me you could still make that out?
No, those two things.
Najee comes through supporting the channel via Super Chat, said, Plug, are you getting my Super Chats, the previous ones? Let me go see, Najee. Oh, no, I didn't see that one. Najee says, why do boys care so much about defending themselves if they don't have to worry about jail time? I don't know, Najee. I don't know. I did not see that Super Chat, though. I think you sent it when I was on the call, and I had the Discord pulled up. Now's a good time to say, chat, this episode is going to be sponsored by Grassroots. It is in beta testing right now. It is a political campaign simulator where you start off as a city councilman and you work your way up to the White House. It is not like these other simulators out there. It is not just going to be a spreadsheet decision maker. It's going to actually be interactive. So y'all be on the lookout for that as well. And we're back into the episode. Thank you, Najee, for supporting the channel via Super Chat. Y'all be on the lookout for that.
Things cannot exist
Thank you,
in
Dolo.
the same universe. You have to have an abraded area, and there would be multiple of them on his hands if he is punching or trying to defend himself. And yes, we can make out bruises. Yeah, we can make out bruises.
You don't always have to have scrapes on
bodies.
your hand when you throw a punch. You don't always have to have cuts on your hand when you throw a punch. That's not true.
Well, that sounds mighty convenient if that's the road you want to go down, because I've seen them many
That's what
times.
I'm telling you.
Oh, y'all like the idea of that Grassroots game? Listen, chat, we'll talk more about it after this episode. So y'all hang around, those of you that's interested. After Nancy finishes, before we get into the next segment, I'll explain it to y'all.
What you're saying is mighty darn convenient. That the reddening on the back of his head.
Because we do need more beta testers. Right now, we'll talk about it after this.
Can't really tell anything because he's so decomposed, but you can see his hands well enough to know he was not in a fist fight. Yeah,
Right.
that's convenient, Joe Scott.
he
Look,
was not in
I'm
a
not
fist
trying
fight.
to convict anybody. I'm trying to find the truth. I'm trying to find out if this evidence of an altercation really happened. And to further muddy the waters, now we have more witnesses stating what they saw.
Another report came to me of someone saying that they saw Nolan with a girl, and they believe that they saw Nolan and this girl struggling in the water. Not necessarily drowning, but struggling. Like it was obvious enough that the person was concerned when they saw Nolan in the water, and he was with this girl.
You know, that's from Officer Tatum's show. Cheryl McCollum, it seems to me that that's not true. Because don't you think if a witness saw one or two people, quote, struggling in the water, I mean, I would try to help them.
It makes no sense.
And they did nothing?
It doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't be their focal, that they would pay attention to those two people that are struggling to see, is one going under and not resurfacing? What can we do to help? The idea that they would watch that, see a struggle, and then what? Turn back and finish barbecuing? That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Not at all. So this is a problem, Greg Morse. You're a veteran trial lawyer. We're getting so much information, and a lot of it is inconsistent. And that is why you have cross-examination. So you can test the evidence. Test whether it's true under the fire of cross-exam. When you have conflicting stories like this, my instinct is to go with the one that makes the most sense. What do you make of these claims that Nolan was struggling?
AJ, welcome in, AJ. Everybody tell AJ welcome in. She is the newest member of the Mod Squad. Everybody tell AJ welcome to the Mod Squad, man. We do have the best mods on YouTube.
In the water. I really believe if he had been, quote, struggling in the water, that either she or her friends would have come forward by now. I mean, what about these guys on the boat that had already left? Don't they want to save them? I mean,
well,
I'm just trying to find out what happened to Nolan. And if this is true, it may place him on the island after they left.
Well, that's it, and that's what the police are doing, is they're going to run these leads down, and they're going to try to verify what's credible and what's not before they go to a grand jury. They're going to exclude information that they think is completely uncredible. However, all of this information, if people are arrested at some point in the future and charged with a crime for Nolan Wells' death, then all of these conflicting stories, all of these different timelines, they become a conflict in the evidence. And as you know, Nancy, there's 3 ways a jury can find reasonable doubt if this ever gets there. And one of those ways is in a conflict in the evidence. So these are all favorable things that would benefit a defendant or defendants down the road. However, there's a reason why.
I guess they said Nolan, they raised $773K on that picture. I wonder how much the other boys have raised.
Law enforcement does investigations. Professionals.
They were like $140K, I think, the last time I looked.
Do it, not podcasters talking about it. Verified sources, all of that is nonsense. The police are going to keep information to themselves. They're going to also keep information private so they can test statements that come from people and verify what they're saying based on factors that don't get released in the media. So clearly something happened after 4:30 when the Triton boat apparently left. And all of these things the police will find, they will discover. You know, the police can discover whose phones were active at the time in that whole area if they choose. May not be able to use it in court anymore after the recent Supreme Court decision a few weeks ago on cell site location information. However, it's an investigative tool that they can line up who's there. They can also line these things up by the boats, right? And they're calling CETO and things like that. So these are all things the police are going to verify and shake out what they believe led to this young man's death.
I can get the GPS, Morse. I can get the GPS. Yep. I can get the cell phone data. I can get the tracking data. I can tell exactly what time the boat left. But I can tell the truth of that. But I can't tell the truth right now about these conflicting reports. Was he on the boat? His phone was on the boat. That's the whole point. He's traveling with his phone, then he's on the boat. They're saying, no, he wasn't on the boat. Now, this altercation.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of talk. Was he on the boat? Was he not on the boat? Remember that hand, foot, or whatever we saw stick up, hatch, whatever it was, stick up like that. That's a lot going on. Chat, hit the like button. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day over at 10 p.m. Central Time. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on your way in. We have still not cracked the like goal. We got to get to that like goal.
Has arisen, evidence of that emerging after the boat left. Who's telling the truth? The mom, his mom says no way would he have let the boat leave without his phone. Okay, that said, the mom is getting death threats. Nolan Wells' mother dealing with not only her son is gone, he's dead. The investigation going on. Now she's getting threats. Isn't it true, Susan Hendricks joining us, investigative journalist, author of Down the Hill, My Descent into the Double Murder in Delphi, that someone actually called for an investigation into Nolan Wells' mother? Isn't she a home health care nurse?
Crazy.
She is, and it was an anonymous call saying that she needed to be investigated. To me, it was outright backlash connected to what happened to her son. It's despicable considering everything she's already going through. Anonymous calls to say that she's not up to par and needs to be investigated. It's sickening.
Attention homeowners, Nancy Grace here.
All right, so while Nancy Grace is getting her ad off, I'll tell y'all more about our sponsors tonight. We're in a partnership. The game is going to be called Grassroots. Like I said, you'll start off city council. You'll have opponents. You'll be able to campaign, raise donations, go out there, get yard signs, all of that type shit. You'll be involved. You'll get opportunities to be involved in scandals. The scandals can come back, bite you in the ass. You'll debate. You'll do things. Can win the election, lose the election. Campaign budgets can go negative. All of that, man. It's going to be highly interactive. They have leaderboards. You'll have the one that makes it, I can't explain too much because I don't know what they want me to say. But yeah, leaderboards will be there. It is in beta testing now. I think they need like 3 or 4 more people to get into this beta testing. So if you're interested in playing the game early, be sure to let me know.
Scammers are using 247monitor.com promo this altercation, this alleged altercation that took place after the Triton left. Placing Nolan still at Horn Island.
Sure. I need their photo evidence if they have it. I need the eyewitnesses, the ear witnesses, who saw what, when did they see it, how can they prove it? So if they can tell me who was in the altercation with him, then we're going to bring them in if they haven't been brought in. If there's some type of
All right, mods, everybody that's saying that they're interested in beta testing the game, direct them to the Discord. Mods, make sure the Discord link is active. Whenever they drop this Discord link, just screenshot the chat on your phone. When you go to your pictures, it'll be clickable, pull you right to the Discord. That is how I'm going to be, when they give me the updates, what I need to let y'all know, that's how I'll be communicating it. Because it is still in beta. I think they only need like 3 or 4 more people right now. At least for the next couple weeks. I think they'll let people play it for like 2 weeks early. And then it'll probably be closed off until they finish the game. But let me know. Maz, direct them to the Discord.
something they've captured on video or a photograph, that would be great. If it's associated with a boat, does that boat have GPS? When did that boat leave? Where did they go? I want all of that. So, you take the totality. You don't just take one thing.
Glenda said, I subscribed even though you were mean to me. Thank you, Glenda, for subscribing even though I was mean to you. That's what I say, Glenda. We get into it, we battle it out, we dust ourselves off, and we show up the next day ready for the next conversation. You can go against what I say, my opinions. You can go against what the chat says, their opinions. Just don't go against the community, man, because that's what the community is about.
But, you're not going to take somebody's word that just put something on the internet. Have they gone down and talked to law enforcement? Will they come down and swear to what they are saying? That's where you're going to start.
The investigation into the death of Nolan Wells is ongoing. If you know or think you know anything, don't hide under your bed.
All right, Chad, we're going to watch one more segment, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to do a Discord Wars. We haven't done Discord Wars in over a month. I need y'all to behave. Yeah, please behave. I'm going to open up the Discord after this next segment. We're going to get in here. We're going to talk about everything we covered today. The Officer Tatum, the new interview, Nolan Wells. We can cover the young Pharaoh. But I need y'all to act like y'all been here before. All of that extra, come on now. I want to keep the live up. Please. I haven't been doing them because I always have to delete the live. Please. Shit. All right. We're going to get into this last segment, then I'll open up the Discord for people to talk. Here it goes right here. This is that former judge that we watched on yesterday. They released another part of his interview, and this time he's talking about, I believe, the sheriff down there. The sheriff.
From a professional perspective, is that audio enough to where arrest could have been made, even off a suspicion of what we were thinking we were hearing? Is that enough?
Coupled with other things, I think it's enough for an arrest warrant to be made at this time. I would feel comfortable knowing all the things that I know. If the law enforcement presented me a certain name or names of people that they wanted to be arrested for certain crimes, and they laid it all out as I've understood it from the public.
Hey, Chad, this not sponsored or nothing. You know, I ain't made it nowhere. But have y'all tried these bad boys, man? Have y'all tried these right here? How did the influencers do it like this? Have y'all tried one of these yet? It might be too late to drink this, man. It might be a little too late for me to drink this, but I'm probably gonna crack that bad boy open. I ain't tried it yet.
Publicly disclosed information, I would not have a problem at this point signing arrest warrant or arrest warrants.
And then what happens if we got it wrong? It's just, is there like any repercussions from that person? I mean, what's the risk of just locking somebody up off the conditions that you just mentioned?
It happens all the time. I mean, there's no real risk, no repercussions to the judge or the prosecutor. The law enforcement, they do their job and they do the best they can. The judge would have found probable cause to sign the arrest warrant. Judges have judicial immunity, so you can't be sued or successfully for signing an arrest warrant. So there's no risk to the judge. Most prosecutors have
y'all want the live review? Y'all haven't seen it? All right, this is the live review, man. Not sponsored, man. Y'all see it. The live review, man. It's not warm, but it's not ice cold either. It's still a little cold, but it's not ice cold, man. Hold on, y'all can hear it. All right, here we go, man. Off the dribble, it could be colder. It would be a lot better colder. I do taste the coconut. Dr. Pepper's there. The cream is it's a little hint of cream. Hold on. Yeah, this bad boy's a cream soda for sure. Yeah, it would be a lot better if it was ice cold. It was ice cold. So with it not being ice cold, I'm gonna rate this like a 7, a 6.5 or a 7. If it was ice cold, it will probably be an 8. It will probably be an 8.
prosecutorial immunity. So, I mean, they do it all the time. Law enforcement has qualified immunity. And so.
You said, what's the Discord mods? Drop the Discord link for Joseph.
So what we do know is had the roles been reversed, the black guys that came back to land would have probably been arrested within 24 hours.
Of course. You know, one thing that you kind of led with that I think a lot of people heard or felt and appreciated was you calling out how things were not moving according to how they normally would with a potential cover-up from a local law enforcement level. Don't know if you can say that, but ideally, do you think a cover-up was taking place at some point?
Y'all said, would this be good as a slushie? It'll be all right as a slushy, but it'll be good as a float. This shit'll be good as a float, like a root beer float type shit. With this bad boy right here, you might be on to something. Top Cat, you set this bitch on top of some ice cream or something, man, you might be on to something.
Along the way.
I believe there are a lot of suspicious things that have occurred in this case from the very beginning. Since Nolan went missing, Ashley Cole, by her own admission, deactivated her Facebook account or her social media accounts. She says it was because of she wanted to protect her young children, but who was threatening
We didn't even know you, I think, at that point in the story.
Yeah, so on July the 4th, no one had in mind about threatening her children. So why would you assume that they would have been threatened just because someone allegedly drowned on Horn Island? That's not a safe assumption. It had to be something more to it. And for those boys to lawyer up, they have a right to lawyer up, but as I told someone, if my family member came to me about something that happened on Horn Island and recounted it to me, as a lawyer, a trained lawyer, I'm going to listen to the facts. I'm not going to advise them to lawyer up if I don't think they committed a crime. You only advise someone to lawyer up if they potentially committed a crime. If you just was a witness to somebody drowning, you can be a witness and testify and recount that freely with no risk of going to prison. So that tells me that something may have gone awry there that could have had some criminal culpability for one or more persons for them, if it's true that those boys lawyered up on July the 4th, July the 5th. And then for the boys to eat together, be seen together on July the 5th, eating breakfast at a restaurant instead of being out there with people searching for their friend or best friend, that's not normal circumstances. I mean, if any of my boys were missing and I was one of the last ones to be seen with them, I'm going to be out there with the family trying to show them where we were hanging out or where we were and trying to help find them. I'm not going to be having breakfast at IHOP or Waffle House or anywhere else for that matter.
I wonder how much is that of them being guilty of something or just showing their true colors of maybe how they felt about him, you know?
I don't understand. I mean, instead of going to the funeral, I believe Warren was talking to Officer Tatum on the day of the funeral, being interviewed, and he allegedly was still calling him his best friend. So I don't see how you could not be concerned about your best friend and not out there trying to find him. And
here you go. I've heard more black folks talking cop speak in this case. It's mind-boggling. Why? Niggas, it's black police. Niggas be going to jail. Niggas be going to prison. Why is that surprising to you? Niggas got whole prison channels on this bitch breaking down cases. Where the fuck have you been? Where is your algorithm taking you?
I also don't understand why the father said he couldn't find a boat the night of. He says that he didn't have friends with boats, but if your son had friends with boats, they should have gone back out that same night at midnight and started searching for the guy. They didn't offer the boats that night. I'm understanding that they were saying the boat at 3 a.m.
That kind of broke me. Yeah. It kind of hurt a little bit to be like, I would have went out, but I ain't got no friends with boats.
Correct. And so, but you know, your son had friends with boats because he was out there. That's how he got out there on a boat.
So dad already was not rocking with him based off how he had to get the keys and all that. He said that in multiple interviews. Once you kind of show me that, you know, you can't be trusted, you seem like you're lying, then why do you think no one has been at least apprehended under suspicion at least? Everyone's getting interviews, but no one's really.
Yeah, I just think it's because in Mississippi, a lot of the times race plays a factor, and then a lot of times your socioeconomic status.
You said if they were racist or didn't like black people in any kind of way, no way they would have hung out with them, nor would they have let them. That's not all the way true. You know, sometimes niggas be around for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some white partners, you know, that I knew that shit, when I came around, it was for a reason. Straight up. That they went and did their own thing. I went and did my own thing. Then I had some white partners that were, you know, my white partners. Like, shit, we actually hung out and shit. You know, every now and then I might get invited somewhere. I get invited somewhere. I'm there for a reason, nigga. My name is Plug. I didn't name myself Plug, nigga. I was there for a reason. It's gonna be honest.
Based on who you are, your parents are, and we have some very prominent people, at least the parents wise. I believe there may be a dentist and an emergency room doctor, a pain doctor, a judge. And so the parents of some of these boys that were last seen with Nolan, his alleged friends, are pretty powerful or influential relatively wealthy individuals in that county.
Now, one of the theories that I have in terms of Nolan's passing, I assume that he might have been pushed off of a boat. That feels like that can be able to fill in the gap that no one's seen what happened, because he was like out on the water. He wasn't on the shore where everybody was at, and he was pushed off the boat. How is that possible to prove in that case that someone was pushed off a boat? Is it possible?
You would need.
And then you got to understand too that I had some white friends I did business with. Over time, we became friends. We did a lot of business, right? And sometimes he would invite me over. I'd invite him over, hang out, watch the game. Not fuck, but watch the game. You know what the fuck I mean. I know how y'all gonna try to clip me. That was crazy. Pause, no diddy. But watch the game, smoke some blunts and shit like that, right? And he didn't do that with all his friends. Like, it would be a certain friend group that he would have around and be like, hey, y'all wanna come watch the game, shit like that. And I never thought about that till now. I didn't meet all his friends and shit. I'm pretty sure he had some friends that wouldn't have approved of me being over there. They wouldn't have approved of that shit. That's how shit goes in the South sometimes. You got separate friend groups. Everybody doesn't hang out with everybody now. You got these friends, they into that shit. You got this group of friends, they into that shit.
Witness
Straight up.
testimony. Someone would have to testify that they saw someone push them off. And that's why I've always had this question. If he drowned.
Yeah, I had to say pause because I knew y'all weren't going to let that ride, bro. I got some petty viewers, bro. The shit y'all have clipped me on is crazy, bro. And y'all think I don't see that shit because it be on the other platform. The shit y'all clip me on, bro, is crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Who saw him get into the water? How did he get into the water? Even the pathologist that did the second autopsy says the way he got into the water is going to be very important. Did he voluntarily get in there? Was he forced against his will? Was he pushed accidentally? Was he pushed on purpose? All of that will come into play on the cause and manner of death. And so, but someone knows something, and it's going to take someone to tell. Unless there's some video or audio, it's going to take someone's honest.
All right, y'all can head to the Discord too. We're going to get in the Discord and have this conversation. If you need the Discord link, let me know, and I'll make sure that you get the Discord link. But y'all can meet me in the Discord right now, and we're going to have this conversation. We're going to be covering the Nolan Wells case, thoughts and opinions. We're going to be covering the young Pharaoh case. We got Top Cats already in here. I'm finna drop the link on the community tab wall. So if you go to my post on this channel, there will be a clickable link for you to join the Discord conversation. All right, I just dropped the link. All right, who's all in here? It's me and Top Cat. What's going on, Top Cat?
Yo, what's going on, plug, man?
Not much. What's going on? I see you was ready to get in here and conversate, man. I seen you was trying to get in here earlier, but I knew that I was gonna open up the Discord wars, so I was like, yeah, we'll just hold off on call-ins.
Yeah, I figured. Can you hear me good, man? Am I locked in?
Yeah, we hear you good.
Okay. I'm on the porch today, so yeah, Wi-Fi kicking. No, I was ready to say something on the first part of it. I missed a little bit of the beginning. I was running around and stuff, but I saw a lot of that interview, and I saw some earlier. I was watching it earlier with the boys on there, and I wanted to say something because people be watching it, but I don't know if people kind of have an outline of what's going on, and I see Tatum is trying to change the whole narrative of the situation. So now instead of us worrying about a person whose life is gone, their soul has left their body and they're gone. You know what I'm saying? And now we're sitting up here worried about how these people are being treated. And you just alluded to something talking about with the criminal justice system. That for somebody to sit up there, they have to be a complete dumbass to sit up there and say, why is these black people talking about the criminal justice system and all these different people? Because we're the ones that are dealing with it more than anybody else in the United States. So, of course, we know the criminal justice system. It was made to put us up. You know, I mean, it was made to work against us. So of course we've been dealing with this system for the last 100, 200 years in a way that other people haven't. So to say something like that would be just completely ignorant. If you know that most of these people are in here, they're trying to figure out this system, figure out how to get out of it, figure out why they're in it, and figure out why the propaganda is being pushed for them to always be persecuted by it. Of course they're going to know that system. So that was just a dumbass comment. You know, what I mean, if you dealt with something the most, shit, you're pretty much a professional at it. So it was just dumb. But on the boys, man, it was just the narrative of it. So now they're the victims, and that's why I put that comment on. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so everybody always saying, oh, y'all just victims. You know, even back in slavery, oh, y'all just want to be the victims. When are you going to give up that victim mentality and all that? So where are all those people that had all that shit to say? Where are y'all now when these boys are sitting up there in the line with their legs crossed and they beat shorts on and they hats and they arms crossed and everything, and now they're alive and they're the victims now. Now, oh, I'm getting treated bad. Well, let me tell you something. If this would have been a drive-by, if this would have been anything else happening, the people that were involved or around it go through the same things that you guys are going through. So if somebody got shot right now or something would have happened, everybody around that would be part of the person that had got murdered or unalive. Basically, they would be going through the same persecution. Is it your fault? They were coming after you. Everybody would, the whole neighborhood would be looking at them. First of all, some of the people, if they were on the other side of it, they would be in jail already. All right, so how are these people being victims when any of these type of things happen in any other part of society? People get shunned, they get threatened, they get treated a certain way, their lives are in danger. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So what makes these boys so special that they should be put on a damn a cloud style pillow for going through a situation that everybody goes through this? When there's something, somebody dies or something peculiar happens and somebody loses their life, there's everybody around is going to be a suspect and they're going to get treated a certain way. But now these guys are the victims because they have to go through the regular stuff that happens when somebody loses their life like this. Whereas all these people that be up here saying, "Oh, the victim mentality." Why I ain't hearing all these comments now? Oh, they shouldn't be the victim. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, y'all. Pull yourself up by
Right.
your
I
bootstraps.
seen
Handle
we
the
hold
business.
on, Top Cat. I just seen we had somebody came in here. I think it was Risha. Risha, if you want to come back in, you more than welcome. But go ahead, Top Cat. You was kind of
Yeah.
in the
So I was
flow, so I didn't say what's up or speak. But go ahead.
okay. I know I was kind of ranting on that, but it kind of is touching me in the wrong way because if you're really about something, you say if it's really about a victim mentality, then it should apply to everybody. So why is it only when somebody speaks about the history of real things that were happening? You know, the Red Summers and all these different things. We talk about real travesties in this nation, and people say that's a victim mentality. But we're looking at somebody that's, I mean, certain individuals that are, and now we see a victim mentality to the point where they go get the president's lawyer, and he's sitting up here dressed like he's finna go fishing or jet skiing or something. He don't even have on a tie. He's not even. And everybody was talking about Crump. At least Crump came out there looking like his profession. This guy looked out here. You had to wonder if he was out there with them. He didn't even come in a
Okay.
professional aptitude.
All
Now,
right.
Straight good old boy.
1 second,
Straight
Ed,
good old
before we
boy.
give Ed the floor. Everybody double tap the screen chat. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. This is our Discord Wars section of the channel. I'm in here, Top Cat's in here, and Ed is in here right now. If anybody wants to join the chat, be sure to go to the link on my wall. What's up, the Grateful Droid? We got the Grateful Droid in here as well. Go ahead, Ed. You got the floor. You got the floor, then
yeah,
we'll go to Grateful Droid.
yeah, because I got too much to say. I still got more on that because, I mean, just what they're saying, man. The buddy groups. What is up there? These are my buddies. Who speaks like this? That's 18 years old. Of
Right.
course, these boys are being prepped. Okay, that's what I put that in the comment section too. Way earlier, I said that now we're finna hear the lawyers prepped. He's prepped them for everything they were saying, and then the next point of it, who are you to be the merit guy for these people and you just met them? They are upstanding citizens. They're this. You ain't known these people for 3 weeks.
Right. 1 second, Top
Say
Cat.
that.
Let's hear from Grateful Druid. Grateful, you got anything to add before we let Top Cat go? Or Ed? We was waiting on Ed first. Ed unmuted. Go ahead, Ed, then we'll go to Grateful.
Yeah. All I was gonna do is co-sign on you and say, man, you got to see it like this. They showing their power, man. The lawyer was up there. That's Trump lawyer. So everybody know that. We talking about the president of the United States. We talking about the most powerful person on the planet. His lawyer is up here in this case. What we talking about? That let us know where the government stand, where the president stand. He put his lawyer on the case. That's telling us right there. This good old boy shit is already telling us what it is. That's the point of it. And when him in attire as a lawyer, or him not showing us even being a professional, he's sitting up there like a good old boy. He got the hat on just like the boys. He looked like he was with them, just like you said. They showing their power. They're letting us know what's going on. They ready and they down for anything. And they got the president behind them. That's what I got to say.
Okay. Go ahead, Grateful Druid. We're gonna hear from you.
Yeah, for sure. What's good with it? I just wanted to say, man, the only thing I've been just saying is, cause like I just joined the live, so I don't know if you asked a question. I just joined the voice chat, so I don't know. But I just wanted to say that, yeah, bro, like I think it's obviously corrupt because while the one kid is making a call to Thito, the father has already been contacted, and then the grandfather already contacts somebody who's higher up in Cito, who then contacts the person who's then just got off the phone with the children, and then she's already apprised of the situation and all that shit. And so then the Coast Guard gets called off, all that type of shit. Like, so yeah, that's all I gotta say. But yeah, it's obviously corrupt. Anyway, that's all from me, man.
No, most definitely. I think we had, like I said, we did call-ins earlier from people that's a little closer to the city than we are, and they believe that nothing's gonna happen. They are steadfast in saying that, hey man, we've been here our whole life. Nothing's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna go to jail, and nobody's gonna riot or do anything crazy because of it.
I totally believe that, especially where they're from, where they're at. So.
Well, I don't. I believe, and this is I'm gonna get to the point of what the young men were saying earlier, but another point that I was making about that panel, y'all, that'll prove the prepping situation completely. Like when he was saying the dress and how you're dressed. Now, so for him to be a lawyer that actually represented the president of the United States in a basically a slander situation, for him to come up there and actually say that these people are upstanding citizens and then put on what he was putting it on, he was bringing himself down to a level to where everybody could say that this is okay. Okay, these are what these people are. So when you go into a situation where people have boats and stuff, like the young men were saying, they're pretty young. They don't, I never thought that I'd be sitting up here in the Rodney King riots or anything. Oh, I would have told you the day before that there's no way there's going to be a riot out here or anything's going to happen. I don't think that it would actually be a riot by how the situations are playing out. Right now, this is a money game, and people are seeing that people are willing to dedicate money to see the truth come out and change these situations that these boys are talking about in these areas. There's people that have been putting up money to make sure that this thing gets investigated to a point, and they're doing it for those same people that are saying nothing will happen in that area, because those are the same people that these things will happen
Hold on,
to.
Top Cat.
And
Anthony says, not Anthony. Yeah, Mad says, oh my God, these black guys are just prejudiced against whites. Join the chat, yeah, Mad. Join the chat. The link is on my community tab wall. Come in here and speak your opinion. Speak your mind.
And that's kind of crazy. Because I'll be saying this no matter who it was. I mean, it wouldn't matter. I haven't even spoke on color in this situation yet. I might do that, but it don't have nothing to do with race or color when I'm saying what would happen to you. But these are the same people. If people want to say, oh, let's speak on the facts. But the fact is, there ain't that many damn black people that could have been on that island if you took all the black people that were in maritime situations in that area, period, and took them over to there. It still wouldn't have amounted to the amount of
This
people
is
that
the
were on the
thing.
water. Or even
Hold on, Top Cat, because you is kind of getting long-winded. Proud Republican woman, you said you guys are proving our point. Y'all will go around and unalive each other, but God forbid if white kids are involved. They did it. You want to come at them and the whole story isn't out there. Well, I'm going to tell you this, Republican woman. It sounds to me like you want to tell us what we should care about. And I think you should mind your damn business and care about what you want to care about, okay? Nobody's coming to tell you what kind of fucking pies to bake or what kind of apple turnovers to make, all right? So what we want to cover over here, respectfully, we're gonna cover. Go ahead.
That's weird, man, because this is something that I don't think people understand. When it comes to what goes on in the criminal justice system and policing, the people that's going to get arrested are going to be the people that are getting policed. So when you see these numbers and these averages looking crazy, go look at the average of how many patrol officers, the sheriffs, where the vice and all these people are. They're in these neighborhoods. So that's why you see numbers. If the camera's pointed at you and you're the one on camera, you're the one that everybody's going to see. So when they're saying all these different things, start going and looking at the missing people reports. Go look at all these different things, and you'll start seeing all these different things that are coming up. All these different people that ain't been or aren't being arrested for different criminal unsolved mysteries and different stuff. Then you'll find out that those are the people that are missing actually in these prisons and different stuff because they never got caught because they were never being looked at. They were never being policed. They aren't the ones being profiled. So when people make comments like that, it's an ignorance in their head that they don't realize that everybody isn't in Brentwood sitting up. The police aren't in Brentwood trying to see who's jaywalking, trying to see who's selling or doing any of that. They are in neighborhoods for specific reasons, and they've been doing that for over 150 years. So if you don't want to be smart, don't be smart. Just be dumb and sit there and just say stupid comments. But if you're not being policed, then you're not going to get arrested, and you're going to be able to do as much as
I
you
don't know
want.
what Brentwood has to do with Brentwood police has to do with this situation at all.
Talking about
Hold on.
affluent
Somebody said
neighborhoods.
Officer Tatum is a patriot, is a true patriot.
I got the
One shot,
let me address
drill,
the
one
comments,
strike.
Ed. I got the comments. Let them
Yeah.
talk. I'm gonna address the comments. I got that part of it. But go ahead
Grateful
with
when
the
I
Brentwood. Go ahead. He was hold on. Droid asked Top Cat a direct question. What did you ask, Droid?
Oh, I was just saying, I don't think Brentwood cops have anything to do with this. There's cops all over the United States. All of them are different. All of them act different. But yeah, I mean, I get it if you're saying, there are tropes and the way they act is shady across the board. Yeah, sure.
No, it's not across the board. That's what I'm saying. So maybe I use a different neighborhood. Let's go Newport. I believe there's a Newport in Florida, and there's a Newport in Texas, and a Newport in California. Okay, that's a
Virginia too.
Okay,
maritime
yeah,
neighborhood.
that's
They
yeah, that's great.
You're getting what I'm saying. They police different neighborhoods differently. They
Oh
police
yeah.
Compton different than they police Newport. They police South Central LA different than they police
Okay,
Brentwood.
yeah, I understand what you were saying now.
Okay, now it was pretty simple. That's why I was
All
saying
right.
maybe you're not really good.
Let me address some of the comments. I see somebody said I self-segregate from black people. Stay the fuck away then, just human. Nobody's begging you to come be around us. You said, but because he's black, it's a cover-up, a conspiracy. No, it's a cover-up because they waited 3 weeks to say anything about the powder. What else? Who else do I need to address? How do you keep a wife? I don't have a wife, Anthony. It was some more ignorant shit y'all said. All right, go ahead, y'all. We can get back to the convo. I just gotta address, some bullshit from time to time.
So that's what I was saying. I was just adjusting that comment a little bit on when people are always saying you're unalive and unalive. There's a lot of unalives that ain't solved. And if you go find those people, then I'm pretty sure that the numbers in the prison would change a whole bunch. But the ones that are getting policed, the ones they are investigating, the ones that they want off the street, they're only in certain neighborhoods doing these certain things. So in those other neighborhoods, these things are going on just as much. And plenty of other things that are travesties and different terrible things, but those areas aren't being policed. Like right now, if you go look at all these flock cameras that they're putting out, go to these different neighborhoods, and I guarantee you'll see that there's a despairing, like amount of cameras that are going to be in certain areas, and other areas they're not going to be there because they're assuming that those crimes aren't happening. But yes, they are happening. They're most likely the provocators of those situations happening in the other areas, but they're not going to do that. That's how this system was made. That's the
It's
reason why they circumvent people to certain areas. That's the whole reason why there are ghettos, is so that they can put certain people there so that they can police them a certain way. And
it's
that's the
funny to
reason why
me. Hold on, Top Cat. It's funny to me that people like Human comes talking about he self-segregate. You self-segregate everywhere but online. Why don't you take that same mentality you have in real life and apply that shit online? I mean, you see me, nigga. Like, I'm black. I'm sitting right here. You say you self-segregating, but you in this motherfucker. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Go ahead.
That was just all I was saying on that comment. But on what was going on with the boys, if you can't see this lawyer's play and see Tatum's play in this, Tatum is trying to change the narrative to everybody having a soft and pillow head for these boys. Now he knows that in any other investigations or any other things going on, there was never a time where y'all went out and said, please, you guys calm down with what's going on with the people that could be suspects in this situation. Please don't be mad at the suspects. Please give them a pass to walk around. That doesn't happen for anybody else. You got to walk around worry about your head getting knocked off. And then that what he said about the mother, that really bothered me. And I believe that's the lawyer's prep. Why would you be upset, say that it was something wrong with a mother putting up the last picture that she had of her son being alive?
They ask,
And you
hold on, Top Cat. Jose said, can you please ask Top Cat, does he think the Nolan case is over a girl?
Well, I commented on that earlier when you said that. I believe it has something to do with a girl, and but I don't believe that's the only reason, because of what they were talking about with the point that they were trying to ditch Nolan to go out there, period. That's what I said, that Tatum didn't say that too, when they were saying they didn't want Nolan to go, and he had came outside, he had overslept, and they were all outside getting ready to leave, and he ran out and basically forced his way into the situation. That don't sound like best friends that are talking about picking him up too. So I believe they knew that there was a situation going on with him and a certain female in the first place. But then the next thing that I had thought about way before this, there was supposedly a fight that went on over there with old boy, and that when this fight happened, okay, y'all left him, and y'all know that there's a disparaging difference between the amount of black people and white people on this island. Another so-called black brother got into a squab out there. And then y'all left him after they had already been in an altercation with all the rest of these people and the people he could have called to come back or whatever. And now Nolan's the only one, and that's supposedly one of his best friends. And y'all leave him on the island after there's already been an altercation. So that's why I said, is it really a point that he just got left there, or did y'all abandon him in a hostile situation? If me and you, Plug, went somewhere, you got into a squabbling up, and I'm still sitting on the island, and then y'all take off. And everybody knows that me and you are associated. You don't think I'm being left in a hostile situation? You don't think that they might try to get at me after y'all leave? Nobody's looking at it. I live real life. I'm not leaving my homie after we done got into a scuffle up. And now I'm sitting over here. I'm going to leave my one homie sitting up here, the only one that got the same colors I got on. And I'm going to leave you sitting on the island with the rest of these people after I just got into a fade. And now I'm going to leave you here with the rest of the people that was with him that that it just already is messed up. That's why I said none of it fits right. If y'all got into a scuffle up, all of your homies should have left. You don't leave your homie there after one of your boys and already gotten a fade. That sounds crazy. And I'll digress for a minute because I got a whole bunch to say, but I want to hear what y'all talking about. But maybe y'all haven't thought about that. But really think about it. If your homie got into a fade and you're on an island way out here, And even if he wants to stay there, no matter what, we all roll together. We supposed to be buddies. Remember all this buddy stuff. I'm gonna let my homie sit there, and I don't know what they might do to him. If we all leave, now he's there alone, and they can do whatever they want to do to him. Well, I mean, who does that? So I'll just be quiet after that. I want to hear some of y'all opinions. Hey, y'all there?
We talking? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
damn, my bad. I was muted. I was talking.
Oh,
I know Risha said she didn't want to speak, but welcome in, Risha. You got the floor if you got something to say.
oh, oh, okay, yes, I want to say a little something because, okay, I'm born and raised Gulfport, Mississippi, all my life. So I didn't leave until Katrina, and I just been floating around on these different platforms, especially with this Nolan Wells case, because I've lived there. I've experienced that place. I didn't know what kind of BS I was even living until I left Mississippi for real. I didn't understand how isolated that place was until I left. Uh, Coming to Texas in the 12th grade was my first time seeing a real Hispanic, like a Hispanic person. I guess somebody that really speaks Spanish. Okay, so anyway, in regards to just how they're carrying everything down there, yes, it is all connected. It is very isolated, small. But my issue that I'm having with just outside people looking in is you see the goalposts moving. Like I understand when you're in there, when you're there and you're in it, it is one thing, but leaving and looking at that place and just experiencing life outside of Mississippi now, you cannot tell me, nobody cannot tell me they're not seeing this stuff and seeing the goalposts move. They don't see how the investigators are acting, the DA, the judge. Like, this is crazy. And it's really like that. I remember growing up, I had KKK members living next door to me. And I know this because they used to throw rocks at me. And
No, where I'm
I
from,
was a kid.
people think that's funny, but where I'm from, that's rather common. Like there are two known, I don't know what they call them, lodges or whatever. There are two, like within maybe 15, 20 miles, there's two known KKK on their own sects. You know, you got the Templars and then you got this sect, the KK. There's
Mhm.
two specific KKK groups that's not far from me. So obviously if they're there, they're practicing there, they're meeting there, then they're in the cities. You
And
know,
look,
they're in the towns. They work in the towns. They drive in the towns. They
absolutely.
have families in the towns because I mean they're meeting right here. So yeah, this shit's still going
They
on.
work in the town.
Right.
Those are the lawyers and the doctors and the policemen of the towns. The man that lived next door to me was a policeman, and his friends were policemen, and his freaking children were devils. Like they were devil acting children. Like it was crazy, and I'm laughing because it's truly out of trauma. I don't know how else to say it. I laugh through trauma now, and it's terrible, but it is like a traumatic experience that you go through, but you end up being null to
Right,
sleep down
Risha.
there, rocked to sleep
Let me say this.
because
Let me
you
say
know.
this. Let me shout
Mhm.
out. I'm gonna give you the floor back because you cooking. They saying, yeah, Gito. You had damn. I know Gito don't got Discord. We'll let you call in a minute, Gito. Thank you, Pat, for the jewels. Thank you, Pat, for the jewels. Somebody said, why haven't we burnt down the KKK Templar? Because they have a right to have their shit. I mean, if I go burn it down, that's arson. I'm facing 40 years. I mean, damn, nigga. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, they march, they protest. Like, this is something that's no, you know, it's like shit. Um, I have seen I have seen a big brawl before. The KKK did get into a big brawl with a specific family from the area. It was one family. Of course, there were other people there, but they got into it with one specific family and they met up and had a fucking brawl and it like made the news and everything. But that's something that I remember growing up to happen. Go ahead. Risha, you had the floor back.
Oh yes, but and when you were saying the brawl, it was in house, right? Like family to family,
They
like
met up.
KKK family, right?
No, hell
Yeah,
no.
like
It
that's
was
what
KKK
they
family and
know.
black people. It was a KKK family and a black family, and they met up at it used to be a Walmart, but they shut down. They moved the Walmart to
Mm.
the other side of town, so it was like the empty buildings. They met out there, and it was a big ass fucking brawl.
Got you. I understand. But on the coast, no, they know you're not fighting. You're not fighting. So when we saw them, they were directly targeting us. That's one. And when I say that, I mean like when I was running away from school, like running from my bus stop home type shit. And then we called the police, woo woo woo, and the police were just saying that there's nothing that you could do because you're on your property now. They didn't harm us, directly. So, the only thing that they could do is do like a warning. It was some weird shit because I was in kindergarten. Like, I was such a kid. I don't fully remember, but I remember the police coming because my mama was at home that day. All right. So let's fast forward. And with just like I was saying with this Nolan stuff, yes, he was rocked to sleep. We're all integrated. And this was something I was trying to explain to somebody else when, they're talking about these lawyers, doctors, and, in bigger cities, these children go to private schools. They go to, magnet schools, private schools, Catholic schools. On the coast, they all go to school together. I went to school with the police commissioner's daughter because we all go to school together. And if you do go to the one private school down there, then okay, you go there. But to really be a part of the community and your peers around you, you're going to the public school. And there's only one public school in Ocean Springs, white. Only one public school in Moss Point, black, and there's one public school in Biloxi mixed, and the rest are like county schools that are that's county. Okay, so it's a very different world down there, and I just feel very just sad and disheartened, just seeing everything that's going on with this Nolan Wells case. But I really feel like
How
this is
long
a
it's been
time
since you
for
left?
change to
How
happen.
long it's been since you
Uh
left the
oh.
coast? I was asking how long it's been since you left the
Um,
coast.
a solid 20 years. Like
20.
I just
Okay.
had my 20-year reunion because I was a Katrina kid and it happened my senior year. So
Mhm.
20 years I've been going from Mississippi, and it's just like yesterday looking at this case, and I just can't believe that it still is back. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's basically still like when I was a kid out there, and it's so unfortunate.
Right. I got a
It's so
partner from the
unfortunate.
coast. He got a clothing line out there that's pretty big. That's why I was asking how long it's been since you left. But nah, for
Uh,
sure. I used to go to the
I was
coast a
at
lot.
Elm.
I used to go to the coast a lot.
The What Spades? Well, I think he had the. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people. So anyway, like I had a friend, but he was a rapper and ended up doing his clothing line. But anyway,
Nah, this clothing
so
line is kind of
yeah,
big. It's that Fed. You remember it was going crazy down there. They used to have the Fed baby shirts. It's S Good. That was his clothing line. That was his shit. A lot of people used to
okay,
wear
I'm
that shit.
familiar.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm familiar. So I'm just like I said, I'm Gulfport, born and raised, and we just all moved around, and it's something. And when people say that, oh, y'all was at this person house, that person house, just like I was saying, it is really weird that that place is still like that, because when I lived there, we did the same thing. We house hopped. We were at different folks' house. My grandmother really never met my best friend's mother. She knew her through church.
Mm.
Like they kind of like by in passing, but the place is so small that you're not counting on your child to be, you know, go missing, be murdered, be drowning. You're just not, you're not cognizant of those things because you're in such a small space. And I hate to
Right.
be like that, but
See, I knew Ocean Springs was small, but I didn't know it was only 19,000. I didn't know Ocean Springs was only
yeah,
19,000. I didn't know it was that small. I thought it would at least be like 40,000. But
no,
I'm from a place
mm-mm.
that's about 19,000, so I can imagine. Yeah, that's kind of small.
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents. And I didn't want to say anything, but I felt like I wanted to share, the culture, the things that go on down there, the people that your boys, your family that you call, they're not lying. I had to get out of there, and honestly, if I didn't leave, Katrina didn't push me out, I won't. I can't say who I would have been in Mississippi. I know who other people are who didn't leave, but I couldn't say who I would have been in Mississippi. So, anyways, y'all, that's my 2 cents of the night. That's all I gotta say.
All
That's all I
right,
gotta
now
say.
I sure appreciate you, Risha. Top Cat, you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you, Rishi, because that was like great insight to like insider insight to kind of know more about what's going on in those areas. I have relatives all off in those areas, and even my parents and different stuff come from those areas. So they told me how things was going on back there, in the 50s and the 60s, and they told me how things were and how people don't change. Like, so we have neighbors, we get along, but you have to stay in your certain place, in your certain well, basically you got to stay in your place in those areas. You're here, you're there. Me being in Cali, like when y'all was speaking on that KKK stuff, people don't realize it, but as big as Cali is and all these big cities, it's right out here. Winchester, Lancaster. I know places where their actual points are, where everybody knows they're there. They got flags and everything sitting up in their places, and you kind of put it to the back of your head. But I was taught when I was young, don't go over there. If you have to go over there, you don't go over there and be there past 6 o'clock. You don't walk down those streets. You don't go to those certain places because of things that happen to you. Where I growing up at where I'm at right now is a citrus area. Yeah, they used to come down the street with big old trucks back in the day, looking like Bigfoot trucks, throwing rocks, boulders at us, throwing oranges, green oranges at us, and all kinds of stuff. And as the population grew out here, those things changed. You know what I mean? But back in the day, that's just how it was. And I had friends of all different types of colors, and it didn't even matter. They all still did what they did. So that's just me making a comment on what she was talking about. But yeah, I had some more to say about the other stuff, like conversation wise. But thank you, Rishi. That was a great some great comments and insight on the inside of things going on down there.
All right, chat. I need everyone to hit the like button. Also, we're 20 subscribers away from the next sub goal. If you're enjoying this conversation, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not. Thank you again, Risha, for your input. Thank you, Ed, for your input. Top Cat has been cooking as well. Yeah, we're gonna pass it to Top Cat, then we're gonna let Gito call in before we get up out of here. Go ahead, Top Cat.
So, on just the point of what, because I was really more on the interview with Tatum changing the narrative and the victim aspect being taken off of somebody that actually lost their life and being put on these people. I don't know, Plug, you kind of, we kind of come from similar, backgrounds in the aspect of life and stuff. I've been around a whole bunch of situations. I've walked up on situations like this. Do you know the difference between me going home and the officer saying, "Hey, you come here. Hey, you," and you have to actually get away from them. They're looking for people to interview and to arrest and they're looking for you. They're already suspecting you. I've never seen ever this situation where they're actually trying to people that could actually be suspects or people that can be involved with anything or know anything about it actually being turned into the victims in the situation, and the people that actually are the victims being criminalized for caring about themselves. And this has nothing to do with race or anything. It has something to do with truth. So if we're looking at what Tatum's doing, he went up there and his first questions were, okay, well, what's been happening to you because somebody else lost their life? Not what are you doing about it? Not why are you spearheading anything to find out how have you been investigating on your own? No, you've been getting threats. Well, when stuff happens like that, you get threats. When people lose their lives around you, everybody's going to suspect the situation and they're going to watch what you're doing. And for somebody to say, why would your mother put up the last picture that she saw of her living son, is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. Of course, she's going to have that picture. She might be having that picture on her chest every time she goes to sleep for the next year. Okay. And that lawyer made that play. All this was prepped. It was all prepped, everything that was said. And if anybody can't see this and see exactly what's going on and how they're changing the narrative of it, then hopefully what I'm saying right now gives you some insight of what's going on. And you don't play the game, because nobody else is getting this anywhere else. When these things happen, I'm getting looked at. There would be an officer outside of my house or down my street for a couple days watching where I'm going and seeing who I'm going to talk to. They wouldn't be defending me and say, hey, you guys leave him alone. We're here to protect him. No, they wouldn't. They would be seeing if I was going to slip up or let something out that could help their investigation. But instead, it's being turned because of Tatum to actually persecute these boys. Now, they were talking about Crump and how people were doing different things and all that. I just saying this, and then this is personal, and whoever is upset, I don't really care. Where are all the people that had all that to say about anybody else bringing any investigators? They said, oh, civil rights investigators and civil rights lawyers came into this. Well, they just went and got the president's lawyer. Where is all your lips now? Why ain't y'all smacking your lips now?
They say they fighting fire with fire, or is that going too far, chat? Everyone double tap that screen, shut alive out, man. Lunatic Libertarian, welcome in. Chat, if you are a first timer, press 1 in the chat. But yeah, you right, Top Cat. They ain't said nothing about them hiring Trump's lawyer. They was on Trump's ass saying Trump's making it racist, but I guess they saying that they get Trump's lawyer because let people know they not playing games. I call it posturing. They posturing,
Yeah,
you know?
It definitely is. But what I'm saying is the civil rights lawyers and Al, all them came in and said, we're here because we know the history of the state. So we're here to make sure that this state, they didn't say it was a personal situation between that little town and 1,900 people. They said, because we know how Mississippi get down, we're here because we're going to make sure that this gets processed completely and correct. And there's no reason to be upset with that, with Mississippi's history. But when you go into the point of, okay, these are civil rights guys, and these people then went to these specific lawyers that have been this is a political figure, this is a businessman figure, and now he's president of the United States. They went and got that lawyer. They didn't give a lawyer for
Right.
civil
Right.
situations. They went and
Hey,
got something completely different.
all the first timers, welcome in. I'm glad that y'all chose to rock out with us tonight. Welcome in all of the first timers. And whoever said, is this live? Yeah, we live. I'm live. But thank you for all the first timers. Welcome in. Yeah, Top Cat. Go ahead, give your final thoughts, and we're gonna let Gito call in, man. Go ahead and give your final thoughts on that and then we're gonna talk about the young Pharaoh, and then we're gonna let Gito call in.
That's honey. I mean, that's kind of, I have a lot more, it's so much in it that I could just keep speaking on it a whole bunch. But I just hope everybody is not getting the wool pulled over their eyes. Don't let this turn into a victim shaming situation when everybody in this just wants the truth. I'm going to tell you, I just want the truth. I don't care what's going on or who did what, but we can see that right now, the narrative is being changed. And if you can sit up there and say all these people that's been talking about this victimhood and stuff and all this, if y'all can't see that this is what's been going on in this situation and the whole narrative's being changed, and Tatum's first question is how it wasn't about Nolan. It was about what you guys are going through because of what happened to someone else. We see that the narrative is being changed. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that, man. Thank you for letting me comment.
Thank you, Top Cat. Well, thank you, Najee. Welcome in, Jamila. Nice to have you in here. Ed, you got any final thoughts on the Nolan Wills before we cover this young Pharaoh and we get Gito a call?
Yeah, the only thing I gotta say is y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. And I don't know what's going to happen with everything that's going on because y'all know they found the one lady in the behind the church with the black woman with 3 kids. What we talking about? This in Mississippi. This what I was gonna piggyback on. So now we got a second. This is another one that they talking about right now. Did anybody hear about that?
Nah, I don't know about that one yet. I have to look
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, I heard about the young
Yup.
lady.
You
She
heard
was
about
found.
it?
Yeah, it's a terrible situation. Beautiful young lady hanging, and nobody has nothing to say
Terrible.
about it. They haven't had nothing to say about it.
All right, Top Cat. We Gito waiting to call. Gito, give us like 5 minutes. You can call in. But Top Cat, let me get your thoughts and opinions on that young Pharaoh, man. Young Pharaoh was once one of probably the spiritual YouTuber with the largest following. At one point in time, I think it's safe to say young Pharaoh had the largest following in the spiritual community on YouTube. And now we seen him go through a tragic downfall and he's trying to come back. He has a new YouTube channel. I believe it had like maybe 1,800 subscribers when I checked it out. And he went and got his nails done today. Long nails, calling them claws, stingers, got cheetah print on them. I say he just on that powder and he attention seeking. A lot of people are saying this is MK Ultra. He's showing that he sold out. Some people are saying that we got to remember he said he had that CIA contact and all of that. I want to know your thoughts and opinions.
Well, I'm a little bit involved with these different communities just because of my position in situations of knowledge and information. So he would be somebody that I would debate on a whole bunch of different things. I've seen a lot of his content, and the brother was a very intelligent brother, even if he might have been misguided in some things. The way his research and different things when I first saw him, like way back then, 2016, 2017. He was very intelligent and he had a lot of good things to say about certain situations. And then he had a lot of bad things to say. But the point was, he was respectable in certain instances. And
He was
watching his
taking
downfall,
niggas down. He took down Polite. He took down
yeah,
Nature Boy. The Pharaoh had some bodies under him when it come to that debate and that spiritual shit. Pharaoh took down some
yeah,
heavy hitters. He did.
he was tough. He was pretty tough, and he sat in between, an Afrocentric community, a spiritual community. He was putting a cap on a lot of people with their religious beliefs and putting them in their place. And then, as he started drifting off and getting more and more information, like so, on a spiritual point, I'm saying, the more that knowledge you get, the more you're going to get attacked. The more the demons are going to come back to you because the last thing they want you to do is spread information to other people to enlighten them, to actually pull them out of where they're at and have
And
them
this is
start
what I'm gonna say,
actually.
chat. Pharaoh, I want y'all to understand Pharaoh's downfall. Now I understand everybody can go through shit. So I understand life be lifing sometimes. And for lack of better words, life be life. But we're talking about a nigga that pressed record on live because he got scammed by Brother Polite. Dusty New York nigga. Stayed consistent for years. Built his following. Started doing in-person debates and seminars and shit. Taking down some of the loudest voices in that space. A YouTube channel. He tried to create his own damn bank, and that's where we get into, did they actually take him down? Next thing I know, I see the nigga in a McLaren, a wrapped in yellow McLaren, bought a big ass crib in Texas, got 2 women down there with him, and he just goes away. Next thing I see him, he's on a damn interview in some Dollar General shoes. It's like, bro, the downfall of Pharaoh is crazy. Now we see him pop back out again, maybe 6 months, a year later, and he got fucking long ass nails on. It's crazy. This shit is taking me for a loop, chat. I don't think y'all realize it. I've been knowing about young Pharaoh for about 10 years now. At least 10 years, maybe 11. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's been about 10, 11 years I've been watching him. That's why I say he's debated some people. I've actually been in a couple little debates with different people with him actually having his insight and different stuff in there. And the brother was really intelligent. And to see what
But
he's
y'all
doing now
remember
and
what he did though. He put that video out on his Patreon, allegedly, of HC. Y'all know who HC is. Y'all know I can't. That's all I can give y'all. Of HC putting that face on top of her face. They had peeled that skin off of somebody's face and put it on her face. And he put that damn video on his Patreon. And this is before deep fakes and all of that shit was even a thing. And then his life got fucked up after that. He went and got that
yeah,
tattoo on his eye. He went and got that
it,
tattoo on his eye, and it looked like he got off that powder.
and I mean, I've been out here for a while. I know about that chowder and people doing that. I know some people it'll push them over the edge, and some people they perform the same as they perform, and actually it might give them a little uppity, and they don't even go into that. It seemed like something else to me. Plug that powder didn't turn pink or something. That
Oh, I
chowder,
didn't go
that
watch
white.
that video. I didn't watch that video Pharaoh put out. I know some people
I'm
who did. I wasn't finna subscribe over there and go watch this shit, man. Hell no. But I know some people who did. Pharaoh put that shit out.
Yeah, but I'm saying that whatever he dealing with or whatever's going on, it don't seem like chowder to me. It seemed like you got something else. It might be bath salts or something. There's something going on different with what it. Because for you to go put on some nails with what he
He said bath salt.
something different. And then he over here talking to he looking like a witch doctor. He looked like he off of that old Shaka Zulu movie off in there with some flames blowing and stuff. You know what I mean? Again, he looking crazy, like like he on some vampire type stuff. Like he didn't. That's why I say when you get a whole bunch of information in your head and then something make you go wacky. Like it kind of makes me think about allegedly, y'all. This is just my opinion. Like when Kanye, when he was saying that dude hit him up, he was like, "Boy, I'll end your life." That it's supposed to have been his workout dude or some type of coach or whatever, a personal trainer. And he was saying like, hey, this dude called me and said if I don't chill out, he'll ruin my whole life and have me back in the insane asylum. It seemed like that's that type of stuff going on with him. And then it's like the provocation behind it is this. Like you're
Hold
setting
on,
yourself
Top
up
Cat.
to be
Hold on, I gotta address something. Gito, come on, Gito. You know better than that. You gonna get us damn took off YouTube, man. You know who on that video. You know who we talking about, Gito. Chill out. Go ahead.
but basically it seemed like he finna like he set himself up to put in a straitjacket, bro. Like if he don't chill out, with what he's publicizing, he's finna get himself put in a straitjacket. And on my point, anytime I see a male doing stuff to make himself look like a female or doing anything feminine just by my own merit, I don't deal with that. It doesn't matter if you're saying something good or not. Yeah, it's like you're
Man,
leading me into
this is why
damnation.
this is why I'm fucked up about Pharaoh doing this shit. It's because
Acrylic.
of not even it's not even that, bro. I understand like people do shit. People just do shit sometimes. Whatever. But it's you, Pharaoh. Like, nigga, we got 10 years of your content, nigga. We heard about you talking about all of this shit. The black woman is God and being masculine and being a leader of the house and how you was in a poly because you could do it. And now, nigga, you a bad bitch. The black woman was
Yeah,
God to you and you turned to a bad bitch is crazy.
yeah,
Crazy,
leopard.
nigga.
How the hell you got on leopard nails, bro? You finna go run your nails down somebody back. Boy, if you don't get the hell up out, you're already small and a little feminine looking it already. So you're doing a little too much. That's why I said I don't know what you're doing, but they gonna have your ass in a straitjacket. You keep going on. You know
Bro,
what I'm
the
saying?
way
And
he
and you
talked about Nature Boy and all the weird shit Nature Boy was doing. Remember, he was on Nature Boy ass. Talking about Nature Boy was doing gay corn before he got famous and all of that shit, and he was going hard on him. Now you out here with some fucking nails, bro.
acrylic.
Like you can't even pick up change with them motherfuckers. You just pay
Yeah, like you finna
125 for a set, nigga. What are you talking about?
you finna He about to be clicking on everybody. Just, you see what I'm saying? Click, 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 click. Like, what is going on with you, brother? I mean, that's why I said they're gonna put him in the case,
P,
brother. Go ahead, Ed.
P, you know how they do it. No, but the thing is with me, dog, it's crazy because you're right. He been doing this thing. He one of the first people I kind of listened to like via the internet. Like he really had something to talk about. If don't nobody know, you know what I'm saying, who he is, he really had something to talk about. I knew he like when you said when he got the tattoo, he destroyed Brother Polite, right? Don't Brother Polite got the same tattoo on his face?
Now that you say that, yep. Right, and he didn't always have it either. He went and got it right after he started getting money.
Both Afrocentrics though, so they gonna put that Egyptian stuff up. They
I
both
don't give a
Afro.
fuck
And
about
you
that, man. Listen,
and
it's not about the
we
Egyptian
know
shit.
about Brother Polite
Listen, and nigga that
mentor.
go put a big ass tattoo around his eye, bro, and talking some spiritual shit, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I might think you on that powder, bro. Cause it's too much track record, bro. The last two niggas I seen do it, bro, went fucking crazy, bro. Polite ass in jail. Young Pharaoh out here, fucking. I don't even know, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. I might think you off that powder, bro. I might think you off
Could be
that powder. You get to coming around with them eye
Hey,
tattoos
off
and
that
shit like
fiend.
that, man, talking that spiritual shit. I might just think you on that powder, bro.
that's that mummy powder. That ain't that regular chowder. Because that regular chowder have you in the club dancing hard. These brothers done put a tattoo on his
Man,
face
that nah,
and got
hell
some
no, Top Cat. You can't. Everything ain't for everybody, man. Just cause that
true.
chowder might affect somebody, man. Sometimes it be too much. You got to think the nigga was from Buffalo, New York, went to the feds. The nigga hit Houston in a McLaren and allegedly started snorting powder, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now 8 times out of 10, that shit's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well,
Yeah, but
bro. A nigga from New York coming to the South Houston, nigga. This is Houston, nigga. This is Houston we talking about, bro. Come on, man.
he might have got wrong shrooms. That could be that other. That might be some fentanyl easy. That might have been. That's what I said. I don't know, but that's kind of far. Leprosy in them, my nigga. For the chowder, that's a little
That's
farther than leprosy.
definitely some fiend. It's definitely some
What's
fiend.
up,
It's
Lamar?
definitely some fiend
Nah,
in
I
there.
don't think it's that, man. I think, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But let me call Gito, y'all. It was good talking to y'all. Let me call Gito before we get up out of here, man.
All right, I'm gonna hop back in. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
because if I call him, y'all not going to be able to hear him in here. Y'all will have to be in the chat to hear him. Y'all will be able to hear me, but y'all couldn't hear him. Gito finna have to get his Discord fixed, too. But we going to let Gito call in.
Y'all 100. I'm gonna hop back in the chat.
All right, appreciate it, Top Cat.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
it, Ed. All right, Chad. Before I should have had them in there. Before Gito calls in, I want to give y'all a quick ad drop. Prompts to Products is our workshops that we do weekly, every single Saturday, where we're using AI to build out actual apps, actual things. Last week we built a voice prompter. We built the voice prompter on Saturday. I'll show you one version of it right here. Y'all see it on the screen where it says plug prompter. We'll click on it right here. My phone's about to die. That's why it's taking a long time to load. But y'all see it right there. Voice teleprompter. You have a voice follow mode. You have a auto scroll mode. You have a manual mode. You put the script up there, you click start teleprompter, and you have a working teleprompter. We built that on Saturday. If you're interested in building those type of things, getting them actually working, please join us Saturday, 7 p.m. in my Discord in the prompts to products tab. Every single week we get new people in there and we build out things live, man. We have fun. Gito, we waiting on you to call, man.
Call from
Planet.
What's going on, Gito?
What's good, bruh? Always appreciate your show, man. As you know. So let's get specific about this Nolan Wells stuff, man. It's honestly, bro, I'm really tired of seeing it because it's a tragedy and we can all see the suspicious stuff that's going on, but time and time again we have to deal with naysayers and deniers like all this stuff is regular. I really like how Top Cat highlighted that these are suspects.
They
They're
said you got to
suspects
speak up,
being
Gito. They said you
oh, my
sound a
bad, my
little
bad,
muffled. You sound muffled.
my bad. Well, yeah, I like how Top Cat highlighted that all these are suspects being paraded around as victims. Like, they're all involved in at some capacity. You know, if it was like, they shouldn't even be in front of the camera doing these interviews. Like, they're not involved. You know, and I think it kind of really shows historically the real reality of the situation. I've noticed there's been a trend of people thinking back on all the stuff Martin Luther King has done, and they're kind of like thinking like, how, like, we did all this and look where it got us. And this is, I'm not trying to slight white people in regards to this, you know. Is just, when you look at human nature, when you look at, you know, people of different tribes, ethnicities, and, you know, it's a matter of respect. And I think what Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King, the debate actually was we have to have respect versus acceptance. And I don't think the Wells family is being respected. I think Black Americans were sold a bad deal, and now we believe we're being accepted, but truth is we were subjugated. So that's why Nolan Wells, this is not a fair investigation. It will never be a fair investigation. Earlier I was saying, look up the Kendrick Johnson case, where the boy was found rolled up in a gym mat under suspicious circumstances, and they essentially said it was a suicide. Like, the boy died and rolled himself up in a gym mat, you know, reaching for a shoe. And they found foul play, but still the county said it was suicide. You know, I remember something about an autopsy where he was missing organs and they stuffed him with newspaper. And I've never heard of any autopsy where you know, the coroners or whatever they're called would replace his organs with newspaper. On top of that, the two suspects, their father was like connected with the FBI or some high-level law enforcement, which only complicated the case even further. It got to the point where the family had to like bring in independent investigators and to do autopsies, and that's when they found that there had foul play had actually occurred. So like, it really kind of just makes me see that, yeah, bro, there's not going to be a fair deal. There never was. And then there's these people who like to talk about Ben Crump, you know, calling him a DEI lawyer. And it only reminds me that no matter what type of level of respect, career, it's like Black Americans will always be looked down on. And it's not, you know, we're supposed to be past race, but they'll never let us forget. They'll never, what's it called? A nigga wake up call? Like like, you'll do something and then you'll think that everything is good. And then the moment some sort of controversy that you might not even be part of happens, like, you might not even do it, but the fact that you're in the area, you're somehow connected with somebody involved, it's like, nah, bruh. Nah, look at these monkeys. Look at them, man. They chimping out. Oh, you could be a man in a suit. They'll call you a chimp in a suit. You feel me?
Correct.
But,
sometimes.
You know, so now, like, I'm seeing, like, on social media, everybody's starting to question, dang, MLK, like, is this what you envision for us? And now people starting to really understand what Malcolm was talking about, where it's like we have to have our own. We have to have our own infrastructure. We have to have our own economy. Like we have to, what's it, network, but not be within the network of the American society. You know, because if you think about it, during the Great Depression, Black folks are fine. The reason Black folks are fine is because, one, they were already used to the struggle. Two, they weren't allowed to be part of the institutional banking systems. So they had their money. But what happened, what type of situations happened during that time afterwards from the Great Depression that made Black people forcibly integrate themselves into white society? Their towns got looted, their towns got burned down. What's it, Black Wall Street, all that stuff that Black people tried to make on their own. The moment, and again, I wish this wasn't the case where race-based politics wasn't so important to it. But unfortunately, it is, because we're seeing it time and time again, especially with this Nolan Wells case, where it's like, you're not going to get a fair deal. You never were. You're subjects. We're subjugated. We are 13, 14% of the population in America. Like this whole equal rights, civil rights, bro, it's just so they can get our tax dollars, tell us to shut up, put us in sports so we can win all these trophies in the Olympics because we have such great fast twitch muscle fibers or whatever the hell they were saying, you know, just all to gain this prestige off of Black bodies without Black recognition. Isn't Ben Carson like the surgeon who I forget what type of surgery. Was it brain surgery or heart surgery? Like
brain surgery.
It was brain surgery, right? But then people turn around and say Black people didn't do anything important in America. They didn't invent anything. You know, every time they drive past a traffic light, they think a white guy did that. You know, like stuff like that. So now we really gotta like examine. Like we're in 2026, right? We're in the future. And it's like, we look back on Martin Luther King's legacy, even he started having a change of heart. He even understood that, bro, being accepted is not the same as being respected. The powers that be, they don't respect Black people. And what they do is they'll install all these idols, these celebrities, to basically smokescreen us, to make us think everything is okay. Man, I was driving through this town, and there was this billboard, this little mural. It was like black female leaders, right? Let me tell you who was on that billboard or whatever. It was Lotto, Nicki Minaj, and Tiana Taylor. What the fuck they ever done for Black people besides sing and dance?
Here we go.
Like, bro, you see what I'm saying, bro? It's all a smokescreen, and this is the exact stuff that Malcolm X was warning us about. Literally, we are seeing everything Malcolm X warned us about unfold, bro. Martin Luther King was a Freemason or a Freemason associate. He was a puppet, and the moment he tried to change his tune, they got him up out of here. Bro, you know that bullet didn't even really kill him, bro? Bro, they went to a hospital and they smothered him and beat him to death. Like, this is really what we got to deal with. This is really our reality in America as Black people. They don't respect us. They don't care about us. There's white people who do care about us, but they know that they're outnumbered. Every time they go to family dinner, they have to play nice with their relatives who really are racist. And that's because, and the reason they have to play nice with them is because that's their family. No one wants to lose their family. Everyone understands that they have differing opinions and whatnot. The white people who want to live, like, you know, coexist with other people, they're outnumbered. So that's why we got to deal with what we're dealing with today. Nolan Wells is going to be forgotten, just like Kendrick Johnson was forgotten. And it's sad because we have to look at the suspects being paraded around as victims. We got Officer Tatum over here doing all these interviews, making them seem like they're angels. Bro, somebody died on your watch. Like, if you were a medical professional, people would investigate you the same way. But, like, because these boys, they were around a dead body. They were around a crime scene. They are suspects. They're not victims. Now I'm hearing that they got, I heard Trump's lawyer. Am I right? They got one of
Yes.
Trump's lawyers to
Defamation
Bruh,
lawyer.
do you see how bruh, come on, man. Come on, man. It's like, bruh, and it also extends to the responsibility of Black people as to we've allowed our culture, our people to be infiltrated by I still remember, I think it was like a black economic forum or something like that, where it was Kevin Hart and Wallow. I think that's his name, Wallow, right?
Yes.
The dude who's like with Gilly, who be doing the podcast.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, bro. Wallow was talking about we need, like, all this Black wealth. We need to do something. We need to start uplifting our culture and whatnot, right? Kevin Hart putting his head down, looking at him like, bro, you better stop talking, bro, or else you never get invited over here, bro.
Man.
These are the gatekeepers, the clowns to keep Black people down, bro. We really think that we're being uplifted, bro. We're being caged. We're being played and swayed so that there's no real progress. And to all the people out there who are saying, like, well, look at what your young people are doing. Look at the YNs, bro. The YNs are the universe's revenge because you killed all the decent civil Black people who wanted to make the positive change. All the Black people who were talking about we need to be in a suit, we need to get good jobs, we need to do this and that so we can be upstanding citizens in society during the 60s and 70s, you ran them out. You broke them down to the point where they knew that they had to stick in the ghettos. You didn't let them proliferate. You didn't let them extend themselves so they can be influential to other Black people so that they could be upstanding citizens. When the 80s came around, the 90s came around, drugs and gangs took over. And then remember where those drugs and gangs came from. They came from the pollution of drugs from, I'm going to say it, from government agencies that wanted to fund overseas wars at the expense of Black lives. It's like, bro, give them crack. We can sell crack in their neighborhoods, bruh. And guess what? In the future, we're going to make a TV show about it. We're going to call it Snowfall, and then it's going to make it seem like it's cool. Oh, man. Oh, Franklin Saint. Yeah, bruh. Like, yeah, he's like Freeway Ricky Ross. It's like, bro, even Freeway Ricky Ross regrets what he did, bro. He today regrets what he did because he sees the ramifications. So these YNs who are destroying neighborhoods, who are running amongst society, bro, that's your karma. It's something we all have to deal with now, bro. I gotta keep a strap on me so that same YN won't run up on me. Like, why? we had a chance to be civil people, and you didn't allow us. So now we all have to deal with it. Yet you guys, the white racist people out there, not the white people who want to coexist. I'm talking about the racists out there who have this irrational hate for Black people. And even if it's rational, you're not willing to do the historical research to where it all came from, because the moment you really do that, all the fingers are going to point right back at your ancestors who did not let the civil black people proliferate. You didn't let them get good jobs. You were beating them up even though they were walking on their way to work. Your kids was over there screaming at black ladies who had to walk home because they couldn't get a cab. Like, bro, all of this, we're literally looking at the ramifications of all of it in the future, bro. And now it's all descending on one highlighted moment, which is the Nolan Wells case. The boy is going to get forgotten. They're not going to, in this climate, I really doubt that those boys are going to see any jail time. Maybe one of them goes down. But the fact that the girl isn't even, what's that girl, Katie? The fact that she herself isn't like actually coming forward to say, no, bro, something weird is going on. No, she's keeping her mouth shut. She's keeping her mouth shut. His so-called friends bro, what type of friend group is that? Your homie dies and no one is speaking up? Like, what? Bro, come on, man. All of it is suspicious. We all know it's suspicious. And all of it leads to one thing. Malcolm X was right. That's all, bro.
No, most definitely, man. Gito, you cooking, man. Chat. Y'all tell Gito thank you for calling in, man. We finna get up out of here, man. Gito, I appreciate you for calling in.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Have a nice night.
Man, it's always a good time when we got the OGs calling in. Gito, Top Cat, we got Ed called in, man. Appreciate Risha for calling in, man. Gito got the cooking and I just didn't want to cut him off, you know. I know sometimes he asks me to call in and I tell him not tonight or we got some shit going. So when he got the cooking tonight, I didn't want to interrupt him because he was in his flow state, you know. He was getting in his bag. So I just let him get it off his chest, man, while he was, you know, having a free flowing thought, man, for real. Because I can't interject a lot. I interject the Top Cat a lot, and the reason I interject the Top Cat a lot is because that nigga didn't even take a damn breath. Top Cat was ready to call in. I'm like, damn, this nigga Top Cat ain't even read. But I did have to address the chat sometimes, you know, and let y'all know that I'm still here interactive, reading the comments, and thankful that y'all come and choose to kick it with me every night, man. But yeah, man, double tap that screen. Double tap the screen. Now you gotta go watch free OF content. Libertarian, funny as hell. What's up, Lamar? I appreciate you for coming through, Lamar. Lamar's an OG to the channel, man. What else is I gonna say? Oh yeah, chat. If y'all do want to be, like I said, if y'all want to be part of the developer team, man, if y'all want to be beta testers for the game that I'm partnering with, be sure to get with me in the Discord. I'll create a new tab for it. I think right now they only need 3 people, and I know earlier like 15 or 20 of y'all said y'all was interested, but they only need 3 people right now, and I think it's gonna start next week and be open for maybe 10 days to 2 weeks for the beta testing. I've tested it and the version that I tested, they want to get it more built out before they have other testers. So I think that's why they're waiting until next week to start the testing. But no, it's a cool game. Like I said, it's gonna be interactive, a lot of different storylines, a lot of different ways that you can go through the storyline. You'll be presented with scandals. The scandals can come back to bite you in your ass. There's gonna be simulated debates. It's gonna be pretty good, you know, as far as the strategic part of it. Now the actual gameplay moving through the world, I haven't played that part. I do believe it's gonna be maybe like a Pokemon setup, like the town where you go canvas and campaign. I think it's gonna be that kind of setup, which I think that's gonna be pretty cool if it is. I think that's gonna be pretty fucking cool if it is. But yeah, man, be on the lookout for that. I think they're gonna make a channel and show y'all the build out. I'm gonna want to do the updates for the channel. I want to be the one to give y'all the updates, but I think they'll be posting updates on the build out for the game. And I'll get that information on tonight. I'll get that information on tonight. Yeah, I'll get that information on tonight. Thanks, Heather. Well, yeah, chat. Everybody have a good night. And I'll see y'all same time tomorrow, man. Everybody set your alarm, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got all notifications on, and I will see y'all on the next one. Good night, chat.